Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
I am Amanada. Everyone's writing moo in the comments.
Moo.
If you guys see Robin in public, moo at her. I'm sure she'd handle it. I'm sure she'd take it in like a really lighthearted way.
Wow. Well, I can't wait to do that just all day today. Moo. Well, big show today. First of all, we have Ellie and Leon. We already talked to them and we fangirled. They're saying they're fangirly, but we definitely are. They are from the Friar podcast. They'll be coming out actually a little bit later in Hot Topics because they're like the experts in Married at First Sight. And I just finished it and I'm dying to talk about it. It just came out on Netflix, the latest season. So season 17.
And hey, really quickly, look at this. Listen. The piece of no dogs because I have an assistant. Boss bitch.
Yeah. Wow.
So you guys don't have to watch me flying off the handle every week, like stressing out about the dogs, because now they'll never be up here with me. It's just me and Walter, my producer. So,
oh, I love that. Well,
and she's lovely. So thank you, Kasia. She's downstairs.
She's
right
gorgeous.
now. She's gonna have to listen to the Browntown themes. She doesn't know. She has no idea what she's about to hear up here.
She's gonna go home and be like, "Mom,
sorry.
Why did you post that in Facebook? Learn something."
All right.
She's gonna be like, "I watched Euphoria and I am traumatized from what I heard today."
What is your show about? Okay, well let's get into some house. Let's take a look at Robin's kitchen. Moo and get into some housekeeping.
I still cannot believe that kitchen is atrocious. She should be ashamed. Well, coming up on Girl Dinner this week, receipts, proof, timeline. Amanda proves it all.
It was an OCD journey for everyone.
Oh, she was on the ball to the minute. Of something that happened almost 30 years ago. So check that one out. Also, coming up on Patreon, season 13, episode 6 of Sister Wives, Flagstaff, Flirtation. And I finally found out who Realtor Shelby looks like. And it is one of Amanda's Facebook friends who comes up on my feed as a recommended friend all the time. And it's been killing me what and who that picture reminds me of.
It doesn't look that much like her, but I'm glad that you figured that you got that brain worm. Okay.
Well, last but not least, Total Request Podcast, Siesta Key. Whoa. That I mean, it's basically like Manosphere baby edition, like baby Manosphere. Then they grow up and then they turn into Cody.
Yeah, it's real fun, the toxic masculinity of it all, of the mid-2000 teens. Oh, here's another housekeeping that I have forgotten to say 26 times. I have another podcast called Pod in the City. And just like that, season 3 just started. Have you even watched it yet?
No, but I want to hear, I want to watch it and then listen to you and John's reaction.
Okay, Rosie, our episode's out today on Patreon, but tomorrow the episode drops. And Rosie O'Donnell is transcendent. You will be so excited. It's like they found it again. Miranda's back. I don't know who that was the first 2 seasons, but anyway, check out Pod in the City, subscribe, and we go live every Friday at noon Mountain Standard Time to just be like, wow, crazy episode. So join us there.
Oh, I can't wait.
Do you want to get into
check out our merch and all that good stuff? Redbubble, Teespring, you know what to do.
Drywall. Bohem.
That's right. Can we get into hot topics, please, please, please?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hot topics. Okay, let's get into this. We were very briefly talking to Leon and Ellie about the Poly family.
They wrapped it up. They've shoved in those last 2 episodes real quick because I feel like TLC was like feeling the heat slow. Like,
what do we do?
We didn't know that they
these
find
people?
all that out about Sean. And
Yeah.
in lieu of going the way of adults adopting adults, they just decided to put out the last 2 episodes and probably never speak about it again, right?
Right. Yeah. Just like it never happened. Although they are still very active, I believe, on like TikTok and Instagram. For those of you who don't know.
Taya's in charge of both of those, and apparently she runs the account. And there is a 0% chance that she doesn't delete every negative comment. Because if you look, all the comments are like, "You guys are the cutest." Like, there's no way that's the comments you're usually getting.
Yeah, no one thinks this is cute. No one. So here is Alicia. We're going like left to right. Alicia and Tyler, they're married. They opened up their marriage. They're poly with Taya and Sean, who are also married. And they all, as Mary Brown would say, go weird, except Sean and Tyler, who hate each other. Yeah. Which makes a great loving family, really. The basis, the foundation.
Well, to be fair, I think they all actually low-key hate Alicia as well.
Why though? She seems the most normal. She's like the whipping boy for all of them. They just...
Well, you gotta have one of those. I think Sean is a cuck. And sorry to my 16-year-old assistant, you're gonna hear a lot of swearing. Sean's a cuck. I think he loves this. And then Tyler, I just want to wipe that smug fucking smile off of his face. And then
that smile
is diabolical. Would be the word I would use. What's the word you would use? Just dark.
Yeah. So Kara, very on Everyone's Business But Mine, described in her latest episode that Taya just has a dark energy, and she does. Like we kept saying, like she's not like trashy. There's just, you don't trust her. There's something about her. And there's just something creepy. And I don't like that the whole family is basically telling Alicia that she needs to like cut off her dad. Her mom died when she was young.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
I mean, I don't think it's their place to tell Alicia she cannot have a relationship with her father. And her father, okay, I would argue to the family to look at it this way. Instead of Alicia's dad, who gave, okay, so I'm going to show a picture of the family. So Sean and Taya had no children together. Taya since has had 2 kids, and they allegedly don't know who the dad is, but like, okay.
You look at those 2 youngest kids and you can tell like they have the same face as each of their dads.
Yeah, I think the little boy, whatever their names are, Grover, Carver, Culver, whatever. The one in front of the sun in the Yoshi shirt.
Yeah.
That is obviously Alicia and Sean's.
Obviously. It's the 2 of their faces combined. And then the other one is clearly Tyler's.
Right. And the one that Alicia is holding, I think that's also Tyler
Sean?
and...
Oh, you think it's Tyler?
I don't know.
Okay, well.
Well, I mean, I don't even know what was I going to say with this? It's just like really messing with all of them. And I don't think it is their place to tell Alicia that she can't talk to her dad. Her dad did give all the kids presents. And he just didn't sign it grandpa, because they are Taya's children.
They made that into a way bigger thing than it is to be. The dad, look, I understand that a lot of toxic parents, you should cut them off. But this to me is reading more as her dad is worried about her. And he's like, I can't support you in doing this because you're miserable and you're my daughter and I love you. So like, I feel like the dad's maybe right in this situation. He's kind of trying to champion his daughter because no one else is.
Well, I'm like, he could have just not gotten Taya's biological children gifts. He did get them for him. He just didn't sign it grandpa.
So dumb. Meanwhile, Taya, postpartum, horny as hell. And she is horny with another girl who just gave birth postpartum, also horny as hell. And they're out there at these
Amanda?
like children's play parks smelling like Fritos and bologna, and they are ready to tear each other's clothes
They're
off.
climbing through with their amniotic fluid, their lochia, their leaky breasts, just climbing all through Monkey Joe's. And I never in my life have I felt less sexual and less like myself than postpartum. I've said, and I quote, you feel like a science experiment. Your body is not your own. Like it is doing things it has never done before. It will never do it again until you grow a human inside you. It's kind of gross.
Ugh. Yeah, it sounds awful.
Imagine being like, hey, want a scissor? Like they have like Bjorn strapped to each other.
Vaginas now.
Together. Right?
Jesus.
Again,
Awful.
I get it. Like, I have no problem with like lesbians, polyamory, but I'm just like immediately postpartum is an interesting choice.
Well, they're clearly trying to set up a storyline for season 2. So I guess that was the cliffhanger, was whether or not she's going to leave the quad. And Alicia, in that scene where they're having that conversation and they're like, so we actually just might open it up. And Alicia's just like you can just see her whole world going, wah, wah, wah.
Well, I kind of get their point. I don't think it's fair for Taya to like.
I know, because she has needs that aren't getting met because she wants pussy. And
well, then don't say you're in a closed quad.
Well,
you chose that. You chose to have a family with existing children move into your home, and you call yourself a closed quad.
Right. Well, Taya's just that horny. She's insatiable.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to them.
Yeah, I can't imagine us seeing them again for season 2.
Yeah. Well, this is a good point. Jay Schwa says, and I'm an auntie to tons of kids, non-biologically. I guess without the history or facts to back me up, what's the harm in calling yourself grandpa if you're in fact in the kids' lives? That's a good point too. That's a good point. Like I have like my friends' kids and stuff call me like aunt or whatever.
No one calls me that.
Oh no.
No one would ever.
No. Well, you know what?
No one would let their
You're
kids.
An auntie now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up Paige and Charlie from school and be like, guess what?
Actually, I guess that probably is the 2 closest kids that are in my life. Yeah, sure.
Well, we love you.
Yeah,
all right, let's jump into some other shady characters, and this one did not go the way she thought it would. We are talking about.
I can't even tell. Oh, sorry. Give you a
the Sherri Papini Caught in the Lie ID special. You can also watch it on Max.
Yes.
What'd you think? A redemption story, Amanda?
I didn't really follow this story. Is this the woman with Sampaku eyes that you'd always say?
Oh, she's got them runaway bride Sampaku eyes. Yes.
That was her though, right? Yeah, that's the only thing I knew about her. I don't know. I always err on the side of wanting to believe people. Like I really do I still want to see the good in Cody, for God's sake. But like by the end, I'm like, man, I want to believe you, but this is weird. You are very off-putting. Like Karen Reed.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, this is not spoiling it. She's participating in this documentary. She's sitting down. She has a therapist, very much like Amber Portwood's pediatric psychiatrist. Her therapist thinks she's telling the truth, and obviously she is a pathological liar. Now, current day, she is going back to her story that she was kidnapped, but it was that she was having an affair with the boyfriend, but she didn't know the boyfriend was going to show up on her run and like get her in the car. So the camera crew gets her out on the trail where she was running to reenact the scene. And then to try to like trigger her memory, because the only thing she doesn't remember, you guys, the only thing from this experience is how she got in the car. So they're like, well, maybe if you reenact it, a memory will come. Well, it doesn't. I loved the part where she says that the description that she came up for the women who kidnapped her was 2 Hispanic women. And she said, well, I gave the description.
What more did you need? You read
name?
between
Chris
the lines, guys. Huh?
It's like, what was the boyfriend's name?
Jonathan or something like that.
Whatever, you guys. You guys will remember it. But she's like, oh yeah, that's what his mom looked like. So I was trying to give clues to give you guys to lead to him. And then they're like, yeah, his mom, not Mexican. It's like she was like Italian or something, or like,
oh, well, you know, potato, I guess.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, or she's Irish or something. She's
James.
James. Thank you, James. The weirdest part for me, the most wild, is the sister. That Keith Papini's sister.
Yeah, the sister-in-law.
No, that's right. Sherri's sister-in-law, Keith's sister.
But apparently in the Hulu doc, Sherri's sister was on that one on Keith's side. So it's a weird little juxtaposition there.
Ooh, that sister is, she's a real attention seeker. She came off very smarmy and fake to me. I don't really
also
like that.
Sherri's lawyer with all the tattoos. The sister used to work for the psychologist. Yeah. The whole cast of characters.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, watch it. It is crazy. I mean, like, even her parents are like,
they look terrified.
Yeah.
The entire interview.
I don't know what to think of that. And the mom had said like she was married 2 or 3 times before or something. So it's like, there's got to be, I mean, there's like nature, nurture. She's definitely both. That was wild.
So what happened? So she takes a lie detector test in this and passes, I assume.
Some of the questions.
Oh, like
James
like
also. Right. James also took it. He passed all of them. She passed some, but not all.
But the ones that mattered, right?
Yeah. I mean, really, if you're talking about looking at a psychological case of, I don't know what that is. Is that pathological lying? Is it?
Yeah, I believe like sociopathy, possibly. I think that you can convince yourself that something is true. I think that my ex-boyfriend could easily pass a lie detector test in his fucking sleep.
Because you start convincing yourself.
I think that you need to have an air of like guilt. Like I think that like when you don't have guilt or empathy and you're lying, there's no like stakes in your body. So your body doesn't respond to it. Yeah, I know.
That's terrifying. I think the most terrifying of all, however, would be stuck on a plane with a little gal singing Moana. Amanda, thoughts?
Oh my God, this has been all over my For You page because, again, my algorithm has been shaped meticulously by me. Man, I feel for this little girl. Thank God.
Tell us what happened.
First of all, I would have done this easily at this age, maybe older. This little girl, there was like a Delta.
I don't think you would have. I
totally would. If somebody handed me this phone and was like, if people were egging me on, I would have done it. I don't have my parents. But I guess there was a delay on a Delta flight. And for some reason, something transpired where this little girl who's 12, right? 9, 10, like
too old to be taking up the mic, I think.
She gets for some reason, the airline attendant gives her the intercom. And
I thought it was her mom.
But the flight attendants needed to be involved somehow, right? The mom did that? Okay, well, this is people that are our age now parenting. It's very upsetting to see. But anyway, she sang Moana and probably other things for apparently 45 minutes. And then the other thing is she's not bad. Like, she has an okay voice. It's fine. She could be a great singer. But it's very much a lesson in reading the room. Like, not everyone thinks you're as cute as we do. And it just never stopped. And this is also kind of fascinating because nobody stepped in and said anything. And there's like,
well, I feel bad for her.
I do feel very bad for her.
It's not this girl's fault. She's 12. I mean, let's not even talk about the things that we did when we were 12.
That's what I mean. Like, thank God social media didn't exist. The amount of it, if anything, embarrassing.
Or phones with cameras.
Forget it. But this is her legacy now. And that
I
sucks.
know.
Like, honestly, like, I think my parents wouldn't even send me to school.
No,
My
you
bad.
said this was for 45 minutes, she's saying?
That's the story. 45 minutes. One song is cringy enough because the novelty wears off after
I thought
about
it was one song.
No, it went on for 45 minutes.
Oh
Jesus.
God. See, now I feel bad for the girl.
I don't think I even could put together a 45-minute set. I don't have a tight 45 in my repertoire.
She's taking requests. She's doing like Baby Got Back up there. Jesus. American Pie. She's got the whole plane going. No, I feel bad for the girl. Her mom should have been like, okay, that's enough. Or find another little kid on the plane and be like, you want it to be your turn? Come on, Bryn Lee.
I don't know. Don't do that. Don't encourage others to join in.
Oh, Kathy says that is going to be Areola. And that is the truth.
For sure it is. For sure it is.
Oh, but what's Ariola's not going to sing. She's going to do.
She's going to like punch another kid in the face. Oh, jokes. Jokes. Yeah.
Magic. A magic show.
Oh, magic well, show. That's too bad. I mean, her parents should be ashamed. I think Delta has actually responded to it. I forget what they said, but like that poor girl, like how mortifying. And and imagine her then getting her frontal lobe developed and becoming self-aware and looking back on this will be a memory that she'll be walking down the street at age 40 and it'll just the memory will just like hit her like lightning and she'll just clench.
Oh, I feel awful for her. This little girl is in school right now. She's in middle school. And that's where I feel bad for her, where I'm like, that should have been her mom or someone to be like, you know, okay, one, maybe two songs, and that's good.
Oh,
it was well-intentioned, but like at some point you should be like, ooh, is this song a lot longer than you thought? I didn't realize it was so long, you know?
Heather Lacey's is 45 minutes, is 15 songs. Oh my God, it's a concert.
She just did the whole soundtrack.
Okay, speaking of planes, you have finally watched the finale of The Rehearsal. What'd you think?
Our Nathan Fielder, our Fielder method.
Our bebe, my Canadian bebe.
He is, I mean, like, talk about somewhere we think possibly on the spectrum, right? We kind of leave that as a cliffhanger.
We never know how much he's leaning into the character or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to like
gotta be something.
Give spoilers. Not. It is a comedy show for those of you who haven't watched it, but it's a different kind of humor. But it's brilliant work long term.
Because the way he'll have little seeds throughout all the episodes, and then in the finale, in that last, I'd say 15 minutes, the way everything kind of gets closed and he wraps everything together is insane. And the other thing on this is that I think it has actually changed stuff for the good, because people are posting things online about like, oh, I'm feeling safer at my own airport seeing the co-pilots talking to each other.
That made me want to cry.
I mean, and then I saw another one where somebody was in the cockpit and she's like, "Oh, are any of you guys banned from social media?" And they're like, "What?" And then the flight attendant goes, "Oh, they're watching that show." And the guys are like, "Oh, yeah." And I kind of think that's fun too.
Well, the pilot said, "Oh, we were just talking about that."
Yeah, so they're getting their own little like thing right now. It's kind of fun, and it probably will help change things. He did this interview on CNN because he's doing a press tour now, and he's just so funny in these interviews because, like, especially people that are interviewing him that don't have a sense of humor, like is this Wolf Blitzer and then the other person, they're like, well, people say that this actually doesn't make a difference, and Nathan says to them, well, they're dumb. That's just dumb. He says that about it is dumb.
Well, it is like, watch the show. It's dumb. He showed you, and just listen to the black box tapes.
Man,
right? Like they all state exactly what he did, that there was the co-pilot doesn't want to speak up against the pilot, even when they know there's a dangerous situation going on that they should step in, but they know it can ruin their career.
When they when all of that actually does happen in the cockpit once they're flying, like, I don't know how much vetting they did or how many co-pilots they interviewed, but like the fact that they found this perfectly nervous, polite guy and like also socially awkward, it worked out. And when Nathan says, I mean, there's not really a way to spoil this because none of this will make sense. But when Nathan goes, how about about your first officer Blunt and I'm Captain All Ears. Like just when he said, I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
I know.
So
That guy was so
perfect.
sweet too.
And I'm actually, I just started watching Nathan For You. And as I told Jody, I've had full anxiety for 2 weeks. And it actually was like a nice little comfort for me because it's just so silly and you kind of do have to pay attention to it. So Nathan For You is on Max. And I'd really recommend anyone who isn't into Nathan Fielder yet, start
What's
with
the episode you had me watch though? Because in particular, that episode is the perfect buy-in episode.
It is because it's very much like the rehearsal. It's where there was like,
and it's hysterical. It is hilariously funny.
Theaters, or smoke in bars. So he made the bar a theater. So
no, I'm talking about Nathan For You.
Yeah, no, that was Nathan For You.
No, the episode you had me watch. No, the episode that you had me watch of Nathan For You was he was lowering gas prices. And he got people to go to the gas station where that old man at the gas station.
Yes.
And they end up like hiking up this mountain. And then at the end, there's a thing with a child's pee, like child's urine. Find it. It's hilarious.
It's like the most famous clip or one of them.
But the bar one is crazy.
Yeah, the bar one's great too. I mean, honestly, but the bar one's also a really good segue into the rehearsal because it's kind of the same concept. Anyway, if you guys aren't into Nathan and you like our kind of weird comedy, you'll like it. Just watch it.
Yeah,
okay. Well, it's time for you can put up that fan picture. I saved that.
Yeah. Okay, you know what time it is. It's time for your weekly Karen Reed trial check-in. Well. Last week, so much happened in court. First of all, we had another expert witness from the Commonwealth, and that would be Mr. Judson Welcher.
This is who you don't like, right? Yeah.
When I say I hate him more than Cody and Sean from Polyfamily, I sincerely mean it. This is the guy that I want to play a clip for Dr. Adam, and I want him to tell us what personality disorder this man has and how we can alert all people across the world of personalities like this, because there's no cell in my body that has any doubt that this man is horrible to his wife and children and everyone he works with. He has to get the last word in every fucking time. And he is the boss of Shannon Burgess, who was the guy who lied about having a bachelor degree for like 20 years.
Oh yeah.
He's his boss, and his job, he was hired by the Commonwealth to produce an accident reconstruction of the alleged collision with John O'Keefe, that Karen hit John O'Keefe when she backed up the car.
Okay.
So,
and no one has asked for that. No one has asked for that thus far.
Well, like accident reconstruction, it was like in the first trial.
Well, it wasn't
interesting. So the first trial, this company Aperture, who Judson Welcher works for, or what's his company, whatever. Now he works for there. They were hired during the first trial for, I think it was like, you guys can probably remember, it was like $40,000 or something. This time around in the second trial, it was over $300,000. So people are like, that kind of sounds sort of like a bribe. Like, how does that same accident reconstruction cost 40 this time and 300 this time? And let me show you a photo of this reconstruction. He put himself in the reconstruction. That's him, because he said John O'Keefe was 220 pounds. He's 217. John O'Keefe was 6'1". He's 6 3/4 of an inch. He went and bought the same outfit, did the whole thing so that he could dress up as John O'Keefe. And then for the accident reconstruction part, this guy did, I'm not joking you, and I think this is in the transcripts, as the defense so aptly described it, he does a turn and pirouette off the back of the car, Amanda, They painted the car, and then he rolled his arm across the back of the car to show
what the scratches would be. The
Right.
dog bites, you mean?
Right.
Because that's what they are.
Like, this is like a kindergarten art project, right? When you like do like stamping, pressing.
Yeah, this is like in Arrested Development when Tobias is in the Blue Man Group and there's just blue all over the house.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. So this guy, he was getting real sassy and talking back to Robert Alessi. He even asked Alessi, we've never met. Can you please give me your whole name? And he's like, the way he said it, like Adam and I got so horny because he just looked at him. He's like, Robert Alessi. And I mean, I've never found anyone sexier in my life than this man. However, I do want to put this out. Okay. Couple big things happened outside of the actual case this week where my eyes were. You guys see this little North Polian man in the back, this little elf, like North Polish looking guy, like a reporter.
Yeah.
Where is he and where is he from? Because he looks like he's 15. He's never writing. He's never taking any notes. He's just sitting there with his little pale white cheeks and peaches and cream skin tone. And the girl on his side with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
That chick she is Alessi's like hype man fangirl, because anytime he goes in for the kill, you see her just smile. Like she's us. She's like, oh my God, that. And so here we have, I want to bring this up. So this is Karen, and this is defense attorney Elizabeth Little. She's great. Beautiful hair, right? Gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Well, something unfortunate happened last week, and I can tell Elizabeth is not happy about it. We've all been there, and that is she got a bad haircut.
Yeah, I've done that to myself.
So if you look here, day one, I believe she pulled it back. So this is pulled back. She kind of went with, the trendy bang thing. And then it's like a heavy side. And then it goes to like mullet for women. Like it's kind of like this hipstery bang short.
Sure.
That's what she did. And it's not working. So she's now introducing a series of hair clips. And I just, I feel
that's her.
That's her bad hair.
Oh no.
It's even worse here. Like she's trying different shapes of clips. She's always messing with it. One time she came back from sidebar. I'm wearing my side ponytail today in just in support and solidarity of Elizabeth, because we've all been there. She had pulled it back and braided it. But then you always see, like, you see her doing this. She's doing that. And I'm like, God, girl, like I've been doing it all week too.
It's all so relatable though.
So relatable. And of course, the second she looked in that mirror after they cut her hair, she was like, why the fuck did I do this in the middle of a trial? There are cameras on me.
It's bad.
Why?
And I have like this piece right here that I'm just trying to grow out that I cannot really keep behind my ears. So like, I get it. And do we like her? We don't like her.
Oh, we like her. She doesn't get up and ever do any cross. Okay. She's more, I don't know if she's an intern or if she's hired, but she's amazing. But she doesn't get up and talk. She's kind of more soft-spoken. Thank you. Wolf girl haircut. Someone just said it. That's what it's called. The wolf girl.
That's what I thought you were describing. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. And listen, I'm sure if she had a moment to herself between everything she has to do for this trial, she would take a weekend, experiment, get some different product, ask some friends what to do, but girl's got no time and she's stuck in there with a bad haircut, and I feel for her.
Like, what's her face from the OJ trial? Marsha Clark.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, this is her Marsha Clark moment. Yeah. God.
Marsha Clark was trying to look cute though.
So was she. She's trying to look cute. Like I imagine Elizabeth Little going home and she has like a succulent shirt that says like plant mom, and now she's stuck with this bad haircut. Well, it's time to get into some Married at First Sight. But first, we're going to
All
bring
you
in
girls.
Ellie and Leon because they are the gurus of Married at First Sight. I'm so excited to welcome them in. So I'm going to add Ellie and Leon of From the Friar podcast to the stage.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. I mean, first of all, just tell us about your pod, first of all.
Yes. So our podcast, we started about 4 years ago, and I really want to set the scene. It was us in our bedroom sitting on the floor with one of our end tables in the middle of the room. We would put a microphone and we would both just sit across from each other and talk about 90 Day Fiancé. I think that was our first show that we covered. And it's kind of evolved into our two main shows are Married at First Sight and Sister Wives. We'll cover every episode we can of those two. And then every now and then we'll kind of do the rewatches. And yeah, now we're just kind of on a roll.
No, I love that. And if I can just say, what I love about you guys is that like you do agree a lot of the time, but then you also very respectfully can disagree with each other. And it is interesting hearing like a male's perspective, a female's perspective, especially on relationships, and especially Married at First Sight.
Oh, yes. That one, we've had some back and forths that last all season on that one.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, do you generally enjoy Married at First Sight and Sister Wives? Or are they kind of like a cringe hate watch?
Oh, love both. We will break down whatever episode is that week. We'll talk about it most of the week. We go into probably too much detail, honestly.
Never enough detail. Okay, so can I just jump into Married at First? Like I said, I just finished watching the reunion part 2. And in my household, we had some differing opinions about certain people.
Okay.
So first of all, this season is on Netflix. I thought it just came out on Netflix. Am I right? Season 17.
It did just come out on Netflix. It was previously on Lifetime when it was live. We're on season, I believe this new one will be 19.
I was going to say, yeah, they're always way behind. But as you know, as everyone knows who watched the show, they are, I mean, never ending shows. They're 2 hours long. This season was 30 episodes. And then on Netflix, they have like 2 or 3 extra episodes in there too.
Isn't that amazing that an 8-week experiment can last 30 weeks for us?
It really is insane, but I watched every freaking minute.
I know.
You guys think that this is better and more successful than Love is Blind?
Oh.
Because it's the same concept, right?
I actually never got into Love is Blind. So, Jody, what do you think?
Oh, God. I don't know. It's tough. I would say they're equally just as good, just as big, but on different platforms because it is on Lifetime. I don't have cable, so like unless you like go to the app, I find it a little bit more difficult to watch the current seasons. Love is Blind. I think you can always kind of skip the first 2 episodes.
100%.
Married at First Sight, as Leon was saying earlier, has way more filler. So if you can be fine with fast forwarding through filler, go for Married at First Sight. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Especially someone messaged us during the last season and said, well, I've been listening to you guys, and so I'm back in. What do I need to watch? And I was like, just the weddings, the honeymoon, skip that middle part, kind of get to as we get closer to decision day and then decision day. Like, just skip those middle weeks. Yeah.
And okay, so this season ended up being a shit show. Like, what? I feel gaslit and confused after all of this.
Yes. That was a very messy season. So you already got to the twist. You're past the reunion, the pack.
What's the twist?
Okay, so spoiler alert, people.
Yes.
Go ahead. You tell us the spoiler. Oh, okay. Never. Oh, okay, I'll go. So am I frozen? Okay. Sorry, I thought I froze. So basically what happened is all these couples got paired off. One guy got turned down right at the altar. Like, she left. We still don't know who she is. He ended up coming in later, Michael and Chloe. I fast forwarded through every single scene of theirs. I didn't even follow them.
Yeah. They
Oh, you
weren't,
gave
like,
them
a
no
real-
chance.
Yeah.
I just didn't care. I'm like, I'm already invested in all of these other people. I don't have time. And his look, his fashion bothered me so much because it felt so fake and performative that he didn't seem genuine to me. So I just felt like I don't know, but I guess none of them were, right?
That was
That's
my
probably
big
one of the-
issue. Go ahead, Leon.
That's probably one of the reasons folks are feeling more and more gaslit, because the show really has trouble finding folks that are legitimately there for love versus wanting to either build clout, be on TV. And that's a huge, huge thing. And I don't see them solving it, especially considering the popularity of the show. It feels like as shows get more popular, this is just bound to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. People are going to go
I know
on
what they
there
could
for
do. Couldn't they cast people that aren't like all supermodels that aren't trying to be influencers?
That would be great.
Okay, hold on. If I may, this is gonna be real big. Like, careful what you say here, Jody. Yes, Housekeeping, exactly. That's what Amanda and I now text each other, a la Karen Retrold, Housekeeping to Die in the Snow, when we're like, don't ever release this text if we get canceled. So the cast of ladies, mainly Emily, who is the one storming off stage here. Amanda, this is not a great photo of her, but she called herself during the reunion an 8.5, and the guy that she paired up with a 6. I don't think either of those numbers are accurate.
I just can't even imagine having the kind of self-confidence where I would even say a number. Because no matter how low I go, people are going to be like, you think that much of yourself?
You think you're a 2? Maybe on a good day. Like, I would never, ever, ever put a number. And if I was, first of all, I would have to be waterboarded. And I would never say a number over like 4.
Oh,
right?
same.
6.
Yeah.
I think if you're a smoke show, you can go with a 7.
Okay, I think I'm full of myself because I was going to give myself like a 6.
I mean,
it's great to have confidence.
Okay, so Amanda, when you say she has confidence, this is the girl who has had probably the worst arc physically, aesthetically, as anyone who has ever been on probably any reality show. Her extensions got matted and they had
like
to
the girl with the bad haircut and the Karen Retrold.
Yeah.
So much worse.
Worse.
Oh no.
Leon. They had to call someone in during the honeymoon and cut it out like a bundle of her hair and extensions came out.
Yeah.
Like it was that bad. Then she broke her wrist on the honeymoon and she already had fat fingers. I already felt badly for her. And now they're like, so now she had a broken wrist. Then she gets like somehow a twig intercepts her helmet on an ATV and basically scalps her. Like blood. I have never seen so much blood on a reality show. Have you guys?
It was bad. Like this poor girl. Towards the end, she had head bandages. She had a brace like on her wrist. Like, this poor thing.
Amanda, they shaved her head back to here.
Yeah.
And there was no dressing to cover the wound. It was just there. Like,
and then being stuck with Brennan. Is that who she was with? Yeah.
Okay. So here's my opinion. I didn't like Emily. I thought she seemed, I felt badly for her, but I thought from the get-go, this girl is just like, there's not much depth to her because she's not being real. She's very, she seemed
like
very
kind of full of herself.
Yeah, like materialistic. Like even the way she talks, like she would talk like this. And everything was just,
yes.
And she had every hottest item on the For You page of Shein that doesn't fit correctly. That's a neon color. And her hair and the color and the blush. What?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so people were talking about this.
Oh, yeah.
Ellie and Leon were.
This is maybe this is where Mavs gets us. I heard y'all talking about Polyfamily and then just like their dynamic. And I feel like some of these folks have a good energy that you feel like, oh, I can see how this could work. But then you watch the show and you're like, wow, like they bamboozled me. Hoodwink.
Yeah.
Like, how did they get me this good?
No, what do you think about Brennan and Emily? Now, I think he is like, I mean, I wouldn't want to date the guy. I don't think he's a great guy. I don't think he's that deep either. Like, he's very beige and like.
Everyone in the comments are talking about Emily and Brennan.
Oh, good. Okay. I mean, I don't think he's like a spectacular man. However, I do think he told her several times, I'm not attracted to you. I'm not that into you. This is a friend thing. And
He
she
told
was
her
claiming
that?
he never said it.
It's like Cody with Mary. Like, well, he
That's
never actually
right.
said it.
Do you guys see that? Like, my husband was like, no, like they're all, like he's a jerk. I'm like, yes, he's a jerk, but she's also not listening to him when he's saying, I don't like you like that.
Definitely. And I feel
Okay.
that I felt like every now and then he would give you like a morsel. Or it was like, or maybe I could have been reading it wrong because maybe he did more of a friendship thing. Like you had a good day, but not
Right.
in a relationship type of way.
Yes.
And so she
Yes.
took that as we're on the right path. I'm going all in. Like she was crying
Yeah.
all the time. I felt like she had her heart broken like every week.
Yeah, I'm committed to the process. She does like the TikTok fingers. I'm committed to
Yes.
the process. And I just like, I don't understand. He has emotions for me. And okay, she claims they like made out all the time. He's like, once, and I didn't want to do it. And that's how I know it was only one time.
I know that life too.
Any other girl I would be cringing for, but I'm like, Emily, you're begging him. Like
Yes, especially at the end. Yes.
Thank you. Like, I just felt, again, I don't like him. I just don't think there was any other way he could have tried to tell her, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Like, he tried doing it nice. He tried doing it mean. I don't know.
I always had an
Leon,
issue with
thoughts?
him
I
as
would love
far.
to hear
Yeah,
from
let
you.
me hear from Leon. I'm curious.
This reminds me in the
Uh-oh.
pod, we always talk about someone that I've known for days would never get me to be this emotional. And Ellie talks about it all the time.
Oh yeah, man isn't
and I
getting me
feel like-
pressed in a week. Like I'm absolutely not. No.
I feel
Okay.
like I would need a lot of good days. I would need a lot of signals to really affirm or confirm that yes, this is something that is viable. I will start opening up, get my emotions like mixed in there. Yeah, so I think people should be way more cautious when they're on maps, especially considering we're obviously past season 17 by now. You know what it is. You got to protect yourself and look out for yourself. And yeah, and Emily, it's just a tough person to cheer for.
Yeah. So, Amanda, I forgot to tell you this part. This chick, Emily, is 30. She's never had a relationship. She's never dated anyone. She's hooked up with people, but never dated. And I think she said the most dates she's ever had is 3 dates.
Sounds like a great life.
Her best friend, who I wondered about in the first episode that we meet the friends, they were complete bitches about her, like talking shit about her behind her back.
Oh no.
Well, one of them ended up like texting with Brennan, who I was not surprised. What was her name? Lily? She was awful.
But I wonder if that's a personality thing. Like, just like some people say, oh, these are my friends. And then some people say, these are my acquaintances.
Oh.
It's like, oh, so we have a different definition of what a relationship is. So maybe Emily's like, oh, I didn't define that as a relationship. You might have, but I don't.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
The only other way I can read this is this some sort of almost like a power move for her when she introduces herself. Almost like nobody's been worthy enough of me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's what she wants to like tell herself. But I see how, like, why it could be scary to get into a relationship with her, because I know I sound so anti-woman and feminist right now, and I hate that. I don't mean it to be like that, but it's a very almost Mary Brown mentality where it's very middle school, high school relationship, where it's almost like she does enjoy that The arguing, the on again, off again, that keeps him there. Just like Mary kind of stayed around so she could keep Cody around herself. And Emily
I can see
somehow
that.
kept Brennan around. I don't know. It was very toxic and weird.
I did feel like she kind of thrived in the toxic environment. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But
a
I
whole
need to-
nother thing that we. Oh, sorry. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I cut you off.
Well, I was going to ask because one of my favorite people to just analyze endlessly was Claire Bear.
Yeah, let's talk about Claire.
So this like family therapist, well, she was in school, she was going to be this therapist, and she is so manipulative. I could not get over it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was going on with her because I really liked her and I bought it. Well, at first I wasn't sure. Then I really liked her. And then when Cameron, her guy, was saying how she was texting him when he was talking to the cameras, she was texting him saying, like, don't tell them that I said blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, of course she is. That's what every woman's going to do. Like,
she definitely had a part in the pact. Definitely.
Yes. So, Amanda, there is this pact that all of them made, all of the couples. It started. Oh, I can't hear you.
Mary said that up there in the comments. They all made a pact.
Oh, yeah.
To play nice at the reunion.
Oh, no, they made a pact for the entire season that anytime any of them were in front of the cameras, they would just be nice, get along, say, you know, either like, yeah, there's no romantic connection, but we're just friends. Like basically outsmart the show so that they could all come out looking like okay people. They're not crying, they're not fighting, whatever. But then what ended up happening was the girls, mainly Becca, who doesn't look like a Becca, but I like her, I think. I don't know anymore. They started getting confused themselves. Like, were we just pretending to get along and you didn't really like me? Like, it got very confusing for them. Like, when are we acting for the cameras or do you really like me? So it got really confusing and all fucked up.
That was when the experts really harped on them that says, you have robbed yourself of this experience. I look at the point they got to where they were so confused of like what was even going on themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough. And with Cameron and Claire, or Claire Bear as we call her.
Yeah, same.
I thought they had a chance. You know, they had the family. What were they wearing? Like I don't know if it was Scottish.
Oh yeah.
They had like a whole thing and like themes, and you know, Cameron's family was really far away and they couldn't be there. So it was almost like also this sad moment, but it was really happy. And I'm like, they got a chance. And then you see their chemistry and you're like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And Ellie always talks about the cat paw. Like when they would have physical touch, it was almost like the slightest finger touch on a thigh.
Oh, that's
all Claire could get.
And I was like,
a cat paw on a thigh.
That was all the confirmation we needed. I was like, this is no.
Yeah, I was not surprised that Cameron had a heart condition at all, because the first time we saw him, I said, I'm like, oh my God, he looks sick. Like he looks like Solomon. Like, is he anemic? Like, does he need vitamin D or iron or something?
What a strange twist as well. Someone's super sick. Crazy.
Yeah, dude flatlined like 3 times. They had to shock him back to life because his heart went into a flutter or something.
What a season.
Wow, maybe I should get into this show. I mean, I probably won't.
Ryan.
It's a time commitment, though. You could probably skip some of it.
Yes.
Done with Nathan for you.
Okay, wait, one more question, Leon. I'm dying to know your thoughts on Orion and Michael, because I feel like they're very unique personalities.
Orion was interesting because he did a lot of trying to show us his culture, and I think that's okay. But like the focus is really your partner, and that really threw me off. And yeah, that was me for Orion.
Yeah, I feel like Orion he had his walls up too much, that it was more about, you know, putting on this good presentation. which I totally understand. Who wants to look like an ass on camera? But there was just nothing there. And Michael, again, just seems so performative to me. I thought he looked great at the reunion, though. He should have had that look the whole season.
Exactly.
Michael is definitely a showman, but
yes,
I think he's a really good person, and Chloe as well. And I feel like they just weren't a good match. But throughout the season, and again, this could be a part of the pact they made. I don't know, but generally it seemed like they were very nice, genuine people, and you could tell by the friendship they developed. Like it seems to have some weight behind it.
Yeah, they needed to be on a different season. This is just, it was a weird fit for them to be plopped in late, and then with this whole group with their whole thing going on. And the pink dress.
I was just going to say how I appreciate that Chloe is the only one not in the Mean Girl clique, did not wear pink to the reunion, just did her own thing. It just sucks. Like, I really hate like the adult bullying aspect. Yeah.
Okay.
In the pink lady's attempt to come across as like strong women who work together and support each other, it came across like, I get why men would probably watch the show and be like, oh, all these like women, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you guys, just have Becca speak. Emily, quiet. Claire, stop giving us therapy. Just let Becca take this for 5 minutes and we can move on. And she got a little emotional. I don't love her lipstick choice, but I love that she's super confident. I like her. All right. Okay. Thank you for letting me have my rants about Karen Reed and Married at First Sight. I feel like a whole new woman. Thank you for that. Shall we get into some Browntown, Amanda?
Yeah, Leon and Ellie, would you like to join us in the wet waters?
Absolutely.
Would love to.
Let's
Would love to.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for poo.
Wow, that voice.
Well, that'll do it. That's a stomach bug you pick up after eating in Robin's kitchen.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right, not much in social media this week. Christine was just doing a bunch of MLM stuff, so don't worry about her. But really quickly, Leon and Ellie, what are your general thoughts on the season so far? I've listened to all your episodes, but let our audience know.
I really like the season, but here's the thing. I love every Sister Wives season, even if nothing happens. Like, it doesn't matter. And people are always saying, well, there's nothing left, or, you know, what are we going to watch? And I'm like, no.
I never understand when people say that.
Same. I will watch anything.
Good. It's happening in real time.
Yes. Give me a web series. Like, I'll watch anything of these people.
Live stream. Like,
we lived through COVID. Let us have this one thing.
Yeah, we watched multiple seasons of self-filming it in camping chairs. Like, we're making progress, people.
And you know what? Those are all really rewatchable episodes now.
Yes.
Like, they're fascinating. Always. Yeah. Every season, every episode is it's very, very rewatchable. So yeah. How did you guys think they handled
I am still very much so enjoying it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I think they handled Garrison's episodes beautifully. I mean, I couldn't have even thought of anything better. I think they did a great job. I'm assuming Cody and Janelle had the final say on these episodes, and they were extremely vulnerable, and it was beautiful. And yeah, they couldn't have done better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agreed.
Now, I should preface my thoughts with, I am a fan of this show. I love this show. We have a podcast on it. This is my thing. I always view it as Sister Wives. That's the concept. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're watching. Now that pretty much everyone has left, and especially the most interesting ones have left. Excuse me. Sorry, Robin. You're not very interesting. I wonder what is going to be the future of the show. And, you know, some folks have said like, oh, like, you know, Christine and Janelle could do their own spinoff thing. And then some people bash that of like, that's not very interesting. At least the scenes they show us currently on the show. I am wondering, as we're all fans, Amanata and Jody, what would you see as the future of the show? Or even not even envisioning it, what would you want to see?
Oh, I like how they have it set up right now where like you hear everyone bitching about Rob. They need to still reference each other. Like they have to. But the thing is that even in years to come, Cody and Robin keep acting so shitty in present day that like there's always going to be stuff for the other women to bitch about. So we have that. And I don't even mind heading on over to Cody and Robin's shitty family and having their performative ass scenes because it gives us content. Because what we do here is make fun of them. So I love it. And like Cody and Robin and their family just being so cringy on camera. It's a little like cringy palate cleanser kind of. And then it's nice to have like Janelle just kind of doing her gardening. And it's nice to kind of have a kid pop in every so often. And Kelsey and Tony even every so often. Because again, it gives Jody the chance to do her Tony voice. Gives us material. So I'm loving
my fear is that they will have like if my only fear of the show is actually Tony and Turner and McKelty, because like let's say they start filming, Janelle and she's with Madison and Caleb, and we have Christine and David and Moab. They're going to have the kids visiting them, right? And then the kids are going to what? Go to Cody's, and that's fine. But really, I do want to see the Cody Robin stuff. I do want to see the Christine, Janelle stuff, but I really don't want to see Tony McKelty and like Madison and people giving birth in tubs again. So I don't know. I'm torn because I don't want to say goodbye.
It's something we talked about in the latest. Something we talked about in the latest episode is that they're essentially at the point now, because at one point Cody mentions like, oh, it's the first time I talked to Christine in like 2 years. They're basically at a point where future seasons, we do these tell-alls or tell-nothings, and they are essentially going to be so estranged that how would they even talk about a question related to another person when they have no relationship? Like they have no connection. Like if you ask like, Cody, what do you think about Janelle? So on and so forth. He's like, I think it's cool. She's doing a farm thing. I just wonder.
But do you think that Cody has the ability to do that? He can't. Him and Robin definitely live on social media. And I think that they can't help but follow them because the only thing that's really uniting Cody and Robin is like the fact that they can both be victims together. So I think they kind of need the other three women to be a constant discussion in their house. I don't think Cody and Robin have the ability to just be like, oh, that's great for them. Like, look at this reunion. True.
I mean, their storyline would be what? Let's say next season, moving.
I'll watch that though.
Aurora maybe dating.
Sure, bring it on.
I would love to see Cody and Robin move without Mary. We haven't seen that, correct?
Like with the actual brown kids always moved Robin. It was always like Hunter and Logan loading up her shit out of her house because she wasn't packed up. She never packs on time.
No, not at all. Isn't that amazing?
She does like a full move. She thinks the brown kids are like a moving company that comes in, like goes in your drawers, takes it out, packs it.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a monster. Ugh.
Aurora's in the background having a panic attack.
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get into some social media here. Janelle. She's reposting about how to kill some mosquitoes, guys. We saw our first fireflies last night. Maddie and Caleb stopped spraying for mosquitoes several years ago because they realized it killed so many other things. I'm gonna try this. No information on what this is, by the way.
Oh, that's very Janelle.
She's got a bucket.
But real talk, I feel like I need this.
It's just a bucket with a bee on it. Just like bugs.
The text is covering what would be inside the bucket. But she says, this actually controls mosquitoes. Tell me more, Janelle. I'm hooked.
Wow.
Wouldn't it be great if she like had a partner deal? Like we could do something with this,
So easily.
About the missed opportunities of making money with this family.
That is funny.
Oh, Janelle would have to issue a refund to the company because she didn't, promo it properly. They're like, you didn't even put the link. She's like, oh shit.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, she
who
would mess it up
knew?
really quickly. One thing we missed last week is that it was Logan's birthday. And it
Oh,
was
Daddy
Daddy Logan,
Logan.
shout
Daddy
out.
Logan. Happy birthday to my firstborn at Logan T. Brown. 31 looks good on you, honey. P.S. Good job on landing Michelle Petty. She is the full package. Runs marathons and bakes beautiful cakes. So
This
great.
dude is a stud. Look at this guy.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
See,
love that he
All the
ended up.
was good for him.
Yeah,
He
this is
deserves it.
He does deserve it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now the wife that did have a big week is Mary. She's posting stuff, and we have the return of one of our favorite characters. So first of all, Mary posted this. It says, "You are allowed to imagine the best case scenario too." And as I often say to Mary when she posts something inspirational like this, Mary, who are you telling? Who are you telling this to? For God's sake. But there you go.
Well,
Mary
apparently
Jane.
the best case scenario is indeed Vicky's Victorian Hideaway.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
doing
sorry,
some
not being mean.
renos over there at Vicky's and Lizzie's. And demolition is she posted 2 pictures this week. No information is given. You can't tell what this is, but
Are we sure Janelle didn't take this photo?
Yeah, right. And post the text over everything. That and then this. She wrote sneak peek. My favorite part of the renovation so far, and it's the bottom of a staircase.
I was just going to say, where are we? Is this the top of a house? The bottom?
Is
No
this
one
the
can know.
outside? This got to be the outside. Oh, here's the thing, though. With getting the house, wasn't the idea to essentially preserve it?
The idea was for mom to move in and have a place to move. Mom.
Gotcha.
Not my mom.
Mom was gonna move
in. I something just I don't know what, call it like common sense, tells me that if Mary is renovating this place, she might be over investing in the market in Parowan, Utah.
She hasn't paid it off yet.
Yeah.
Go on.
I mean, even someone who loves Sister Wives, I don't think is gonna be buying Mary's B&B where I think mom died. Sorry to
I
be
think
wrong.
so.
Oh my God, I even think
I
of that.
think so.
It comes with
also-
Bonnie.
Well, I always joke with Ellie, like Parowan is the town where you are driving to another destination
it's a
and you're
drive-thru.
stopping here for gas.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is what Parowan is.
Pancakes.
And you go like, God, who lives here? Do they even have a school?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And then when you find out they have a high school, you're like, holy shit, they have a high school?
Wow.
And you're like, whoa,
Oh.
how big are their classes?
But you guys, there's a ski resort 3 hours north. So
Oh,
There's
so
a-
totally doable
the
to have your
no-brainer.
baby
Right.
shower
Next
there.
door. Next door.
tourist does this.
Oh, thank you. Jean says Bonnie died at the hospital. All right.
Oh, okay.
God,
So you
her
don't get
spirit
that with
lives
the
on.
house.
Mm.
Okay. Well, lastly, for Mary, we got the return. Guess who it is? Guess who's back? Back again.
Oh, it's got to be our boy. Oh,
No,
no.
it's
Oh,
Joelle, whose
Joelle.
Instagram handle is It's Joelle Day. And lunch with one of my favorite humans is just what my soul needed. Love our lunch breaks. So she's back.
Can we stop saying humans?
Yeah, I really hate that. Lala
That
Kent says
is
a lot.
kind
The
of
humans
dated.
and the
Yeah.
TikTok.
You can't be doing all that. Yeah.
I want to smack people's hands every time they do that. I'm like, no, one person did this and they all copied.
I have a feeling Joelle might be making an appearance next season. See, there you go. Guys, we can't get rid of the show. Joelle might be able to make an appearance.
That's
We gotta
right.
What
wait.
Endless
happened?
I see the
possibilities.
vision.
What happens if Jen and Mary have a rift?
Oh,
Well, I think
no.
that's going to happen the
Never.
second Mary
Never.
starts. The
Never.
second Mary starts
Never.
dating someone. I think that there's going to be a major problem, obviously, because she's going to.
wow.
Pick someone
I've never
new.
thought of that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Mary's
Mary,
like,
I do think is that girl that just, yeah, she gets with someone and you never see her again.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Cody says she does this. She does this with friends.
Okay, first of all, the
Dang.
Jen storyline in itself is so fascinating.
Right?
From what we know, it sounded like they were moving to Oregon. They made like a pit stop or something, and Mary and her are now best friends, and they all live in Parowan.
Yeah, her and her
Yeah, she
husband
would-
moved to Erewhon for Mary.
I don't think I can convince Leon of that one. I could never. Hey, you want to move to Parowan for my friend? No.
For my friend Mary
Yeah, my friend Mary Brown.
Davenport Brown.
She brings an energy into Erewhon. She brings an energy into a town.
She's a lot of fun. She likes to laugh.
She does.
Just don't tell her that you guys have sex because she might never stop laughing.
No, she'll laugh herself to death. The other big thing that happened this week is Turner and McKelty did a live. They're still working the system, doing these lives. And in the middle of these lives, they would be the parents that would let their kids sing on a Delta flight for 45 minutes.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Little Avalon ran in and really overstayed her welcome, in my opinion. But she came in. She was actually pretty cute. I'll give her that, and that's coming from me. But she spilled the tea, and it was piping hot. She was
hear the baby.
The Avalon.
God, Tony looks so scary here.
Yeah, I think he looks great. Well, she came in, and they still had the episode running, and Cody walked on screen, and Avalon was like, "Oh, I know him. Do you know him?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they like just let her keep talking. I would be like, "Ixnay,
exactly."
They let her cook. And
just take a swift, kick at her feet and just knock her out of screen. Just
right.
I don't know what that was.
But she said, and then David came on screen. She doesn't say the word David, but she's referencing David. She says like Darcy or something. She says like a different name, and she says doesn't like Cody. Plain as day. And she says it several times. She's like, Did you know that he doesn't like Cody? Which is
amazing.
But
have dates. It might be like her. Wait, would that be aunt? Would Areola be her aunt?
Well, they're all kind of related. Areola would be her aunt.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It would be like a second cousin thing, wouldn't it?
No. Because McKelty is sisters.
Oh, yeah, Areola is her aunt.
Yeah.
Auntie Areola.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm having so many revelations today, and I love it.
Okay, so I actually had a revelation. I'm sorry, Amanda, go ahead. Because I have two questions.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
The video was posted on our Facebook page. You guys want to join it? It's Love to Hate Everything on Facebook. You just have to answer the questions, even if you don't know them. I'll let you in. Great. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, this is perfect. I put up Salty Pepper says yes. And the reason I put this up was because I was thinking about First Sight and Sister Wives. And tell me if I'm wrong, but don't you think Dr. Pepper from Married at First Sight and Nancy the therapist could be the same person, like a gem in the Misfits situation? Like it's Showtime synergy. And she goes to Dr. Pepper. They both have the exact, I think, the same face, the same hair, and the same dream catcher in their office.
It's just a plot twist. You don't know that they're siblings.
Oh, that would be crazy. I would love it.
She's living a double life. I also think there may be hope for Cody. We know, Tamron Hall's not going to get through to him. Listen, Suki's not going to get through to him.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, Suki clearly was like, I think you guys
you're not fucking stopping me.
Yeah, no, Suki was like, look, if I'm doing this again, I'm not getting shit from the fans this time. I am a strong Black woman, and I am going to give it back to this motherfucker. And she does, and Cody does not know what to do. He is so flustered.
When she says you can be a baby, he was like,
yes.
You want to be like, I'm gonna be a baby.
And that was the perfect thing to say, because he was being so my blood was boiling. And when she said that, she just knocked the wind out of his sails. And I was like, I wouldn't have thought even to say that, but that was perfect. And then another point, she points something out where he's pretending to pull something off his sleeve.
Yes.
And she's like, what was that you just did? And I was like, ooh, these are good. These are note taking for toxic men in your life. Point it out what they're doing.
Yes, and then the body language, exactly, so good. We're not even just dealing with what he's saying and all the crap and his reactions, but what he is doing.
Childishness.
Yes.
How could you have any self-respect after sitting there and pouting? I would leave my child in the corner if they did that. I'd be like, fine. Well, when you're done pouting, you can join the rest of us.
Right.
Is this giving that he used to have the power to shut her down and now he doesn't.
I think that's definitely been discussions. And I wonder if the Tamron Hall interview probably kickstarted something here. Or Suki was maybe like, you know what? I'm only going to do this one more time. And I know Cody's not going to like it, but I'm going to do it once more. And I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. But Jody, what were you saying? Because you were making.
Yeah, I do. I think the one person, and I mean, talk about a problematic person, don't like this person at all. But I know for a fact this doctor could get through to Cody. They're speaking the same language, and they both have wives named Robin, and that is Dr. Phil. I know, don't hate me. I don't like him. A lot of
people have said that. Oh,
but I do think Cody would be like,
yeah,
listen, doctor, I think we should steal the Declaration of Independence together. Like,
no. Cody is gonna give him, listen, you're not even a real doctor.
I don't think Cody would have the balls to say that
to a man.
No.
There's no way.
You're like, listen, Phil, you and I are best friends.
That's more where he'd go. You would go more like that. Really quickly, Lena pointed out, I knew as I was saying it, I'm like, oh, maybe Suki isn't black. Suki is Indian, not black. She should have explained sacred cow to Robin. Moo, moo.
Oh, there you go.
Robin thought that was really funny. I think she workshopped that with Aurora and Brianna because, Brianna fancies herself a comedian. And it was a real hit.
Jim Carrey with the facial expression. I think that Robin's idea here was to be like, I'm going to go in gray rock and I'm just going to say, oh, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But the thing is that everything inherently bothers Robin so much that it's impossible for her to actually like embrace that. So she's like, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. And she's about to lose it.
As she's darting her eyes all over the sky. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just wish they'd keep my name out of their mouths after I talk about them having stretch marks and gaining weight after babies. And,
I'd love to try. There's no way that the name that that Christine, at least her name gets brought up. I think that's their lifeblood is talking shit on the OG and how they've ruined everything. I don't think they go a day without bringing up one of the other wives.
Oh, for sure. Off camera, they are definitely talking mad shit.
And they're definitely reading their Instagram comments. Like 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why is that? Why do you, Ellie and Leon, have any ideas on why they keep their Instagram up but haven't posted for years?
Because Cody isn't even verified, so he doesn't make money off of it.
Could be a show thing. It could be a requirement. Maybe it's
might be it, that you have to have
yeah, I made one and I deleted it from my phone and I never logged back in.
Oh, I feel like they're definitely looking though.
They have to be, and they're in Reddit.
Yeah,
I think it's the dumbest thing you can do, especially if you have a thin skin, which those two do, to even like try to delve into that.
I do love on Reddit when someone will post like Robin's my favorite and everyone's like, get out of here. This isn't for you.
There's always 106 replies to that. And you're like, oh, I know what these replies are.
I'm already like, oh, this is going to be a great day. Let's sit down and enjoy this one.
You see Robin apologist post and there's like no upvotes, but 4,000 comments.
Exactly. Yep.
Rich, look at the segue we all naturally did together here, guys. It's time to do Cody and Robin's Instagram comments because we're back, baby. So do it. And then we'll wrap it up. And then you guys can kick it while we do this recap. Okay, over on Robin's, we got Queen Donnie, and she's tagging someone, J Dawn, and she said he left them all behind because she treated Kotex like her best customer. Handsome Alice taught her that. I would like to think that this person is a listener of ours.
She is
also the two of them ripped the 3 kids she brought into the family from their dad. She is a master family splitter upper.
Well, yeah, especially considering the fact that she tells Cody in this one-on-one episode that like, you have kids with them. You're going to be, tied to each other forever. Unless, of course, you rip your children away from their father. And
who's dying of
remember,
cancer.
It takes two. It takes two. So Robin is, she's definitely acknowledging and reflecting.
No, in Robin's case, it only took one, and that was a husband.
Yes,
well, and Robin didn't keep what's his name? Preston's name out of her mouth for seasons.
Oh, also blaming a life-changing accident on him when he wasn't even present. Yes. I mean, I can go on.
When I found that out, like, again, that's something else that doesn't get enough attention, is that we were led to believe that it was that, and that's what they used against him to get him to sign the rights over is, well, you're illegally and have to pay this, but I guess Cody will pay it if he can adopt them. It's like, it was Cody's fault.
That's insane. I still can't get over that.
No, it
is
needs to be
crazy.
discussed more. Heather Lacey,
Oh.
thank you for the super sticker or comment, or I'm not sure.
She says, why hasn't Suki? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Amanda.
Why hasn't Suki ever asked Robin about her role in the catfishing? There's no way that's not off limits. There's got to be a list of like off limits questions because the questions suck. So
God, that would be great to know, though.
Okay, we got Jada Dawn says, there has got to be someone that knows you, someone in your family that sees these comments, and they must tell you, why don't you delete this? I don't understand. Also, I don't know how you can love or respect Cody after how awful he has been to his own children. If my husband treated his biological children like that, I would leave him immediately, but you obviously don't care as long as the money keeps rolling in.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is why at least our show, puts a lot of blame on Robin, is because you are witnessing how he treats your children together versus Cody's other kiddos. And you already know the massive discrepancy as far as time with the wives when they were all together. You are a first party witness of this. Like I tell Ellie all the time, no, she should have literally been like, you can't come in my home. You have to go to another wife's house. Like, get out. Like, essentially, but she wasn't doing that.
No,
She says she was.
Bullshit.
I don't know where. I don't know. He would go. He left. He went. I don't know. I don't track Cody.
He drove around
Ariel
and came
is like
back.
clinging to his leg, and she's like, "Oh no, you can't make her sad.
Let her feel her feelings."
Yeah.
Well, and Ellie, you bring up, and I love that you bring this up often because it is something we should never forget that Robin, was it season 2? She said, like, I never let Cody out of my sight.
Oh,
or I would follow him and text him, where is he? That is Robin.
Yeah.
She showed you
she just wonders how this all happened.
Yeah, so weird. Let's head on over to Cody's Instagram. We got a couple comments here. Okay, this is funny. This is VixP211. This show is so much better with David. I love this comment because everything in it, because he's going to cut Cody to the core. Hopefully, a TLC will kick you and your creepella wife to the curb. Oh, and keep dreaming you have abs, Grandpa. Maybe David can show you some parental skills. Yeah. He is raising your daughter for you after all.
I mean, that scene is good when he's like, oh, have you met the babies? I mean, I was like, yeah. He's like basically nursed them. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
He visits them all the time.
And then lastly, this is, I couldn't agree with anything more. Kara and Rhett Tart says, Cody, stop using the word gaslight. You have no idea what it means. You should look up the word narcissist and get acquainted with that. It's you. And you need deep counseling by an experienced feminist therapist. And with that, we can all leave the muddy waters of Browntown. But first, Ellie and Leon, pimp yourselves out to our crowd. You guys did such a great job. Thank you so much. And let's do more collabs if you're willing.
Yes.
Incredible.
I watch you guys every week when I'm sitting at my desk for work. And so it is very strange to be on, and we're so excited to be here. So thank you. Also, thank you to everyone watching, and all the comments are cracking me up. So I want to mention so many of them, but they're so great. So thank you to all of you as well. So we are at From the Friar on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, and all major podcasting host sites. So come hang out with us. And yeah, we enjoy watching Sister Wives and Married at First Sight. And then we'll throw random kind of life updates and episodes in there sometimes as well.
Awesome. You guys are awesome. And your voices are made for radio podcasting. It's just like,
Thank you. Thank you for having us on. We really appreciate it.
All right, you guys are the best, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Have a wonderful Monday. Bye, guys.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
Bye. Great.
Oh my God, amazing. That was so nice of them to
They were lovely. Everyone give them love in the comments right now in case they go back and want to read anything. I love them.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take my bathroom break, and I'll let Jody start a new episode.
You got it. Hello and welcome to part 2 of We Love to Hate Everything, our weekly pop culture and Sister Wives extravaganza. If you are new to listening or watching this part of the show, we are going to play the episode from our app. We'll give you timestamps and you can listen along. We would play it for you, but we can't show the video. So join along with us. Keep it going in the comments. You guys are absolutely hysterical. Hopefully you're all reading each other's comments too, because you really are like the best part of podcasting and the best part of the show. Let me throw up some of our comments here. And again, thank you to Ellie and Leon. That was so nice of them. They really are. They're just so great.
They did great.
They did.
Everyone always says they're nervous to come on, and then everyone comes on and they're like a pro, and then we're nervous.
Yeah, or like your internet goes out and you have like a panic attack and like, you know. Okay, so we are on season 19, episode 27, one-on-one part 2. As the one-on-one conversations continue, Janelle opens up about her dislike for both Cody and Robin. Christine discusses her issue with the term favorite ex-wife, and Cody considers a guy trip with David. Sure, Jan. Right. Sure.
Okay, I'm just going to start it right at, and this is the time remaining. When I give a timestamp, it'll be time remaining. And I skipped there's no intro, so I skipped the preview, I skipped the coming up, and we're starting right at 41:54 left, and Suki's talking to Janelle about when you say Cody's a failure, expand on that. So.
Yeah, and while you're at it, smash that like, hit a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and if you are listening, please give us a 5-star review on whatever podcast app you're listening to. Yeah. It's wild how much that helps us out. It's weird algorithm stuff. You guys know it. So thank you. And away we go.
Okay, let me know right at the top here if my sound is correct. Can you hear this?
You say that he's a failure. Help me understand that. So when you marry into plural marriage, at least in our faith, you are expected to become more than you are. He was expected to make those relationships, all of them, work and be equal in his, not equal, because nothing's ever fair or equal, but like appropriate, like meet the needs of all the different relationships, right?
What she's saying there is not even equal. Bare minimum is what she's asking for. Most low maintenance gal you're ever going to meet. And he couldn't even get there with her.
Mm-hmm.
No, all she asked was be kind to our children, please.
Which, I mean, you don't even have to be a parent to know that if you mistreat your children or someone else's children, that's like basically, you know, like if someone like kicked a dog, let's say.
Oh yeah, who would do that?
Right.
Who would do such a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that looked like. And I think he really did, especially during COVID, be like, oh, I'm just going to shrug this off. You guys don't like each other. I'm tired. You're going to shorten my life span if I keep doing this. Like, all of a sudden he's like, I just don't want to do it anymore. He kind of threw this little temper tantrum. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, in a polygamous world, if you've got a guy who 3 of his wives leave, it's a problem with the man. You know it. You know it's a problem with the man.
I'm going to pause it right there. Sorry. I don't know if we discussed this last week, but we did. We talked about when the, I should have pulled this up. Zulayska put this amazing post on our Facebook page, breaking down a whole timeline of this. And so and more people are talking about it this week, but it is confirmed that there was 2 weeks before this is when Christine sued him for child support. And when I was getting my hair done on Saturday, thank you everyone at the top. Yes, I went with the dark and I put some red.
Looks so pretty.
My hairdresser was like, oh, so she's like, I found the podcast on, she kept referencing the podcast. I'm like, I want to die. But anyway, she's like, so what's going on? I told her, I'm like, I have a migraine. I have a lot of anxiety. I'm going to be really low key. And then she's like, just what's the updates with Sister Wives? And I'm like, well, not much. They're doing the talkbacks, but Garrison did just pass away. And then I just started talking about the timeline. And it was like a 20-minute rant of me talking because you can't just tell one thing. No. You have to be like, well, then they put their house up for sale on Zillow. And then those pictures went out. And then people went and looked at the house. And then everyone saw the shit in their house. So Christine sued for child support. So anyway, that's where we're at. Yeah. 2 weeks out. They are scrambling. And they haven't sold their house yet. So right now they're living with, I think they're in escrow probably. They're like living with 2 mortgages. They love them.
Oh, okay.
That's where they are. And I love
They're feeling hot.
Oh, yeah. What a hole. Cody's already pre-punching holes in the walls of the new mansion.
Oh, God.
4101.
When you see founds for the guy who's all the wives, you're like, yeah, that's him. That's all him. So, I don't know, whatever on it.
Yeah. Is that a hard pill for him to swallow?
I think it must be. He had this dream and this vision of everything beautiful and perfect, but he puts it on all of us for leaving. It's like before we left, it was broken. Before we left, everything had fallen apart.
Did you like being called the sacred cow?
Moo, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the expression of someone who doesn't care, right?
Yeah. Okay. Moo.
Moo. Moo.
Again, she did that before and she thought it was a hilarious.
Her and Cody have been doing that to each other. Like they're in a
moo.
relationship together.
And they thought that was going to be a real zinger.
Well, here's also the thing is that Suki has been like her, Cody and Robin. She's been kind of babying them for the past couple seasons. So I think they both showed up and they're like, well, she's going to give us a lot of softballs. And if we don't like what she's saying, we'll just, sorry, my Vanderpump Rules episode just started playing. And I think both of them in the first part of this interview are testing the waters with Suki and she's not responding. And it's very fun for me to watch both of them throw stuff out and Suki not accept it. And they're both like, oh, she's gonna push me.
And Robin's like, I'm just sitting here with my new eyelashes. They make me look nice, right, Suki? Like, no, you hate her lashes so much, and I love it.
They just look so insane. They look insane. It looks like she's like in a show. It looks like she's in a show, and it looks like she's doing a 2-show day, and she's in between shows, and she's picking up some groceries really quick, and you got to.
Yeah, it's like a lift or something. There's something happening on the corners that make it look like, I don't know if she's doing like a winged something. Surprised she's not wearing her turquoise.
Oh, the David
$300 earrings, the ones that she went, ooh, pretty.
I'm holding $8,000 in my hand
pretty.
right now. No big whoop. I don't really like them that much.
Oh, my first question would be like, wait, is this real diamond? That would be my first question. Like, how much did you spend on this?
What is your problem?
That would not be okay. Oof.
I'm at 40.28 left.
Is that like a term?
I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what.
Is that like a joke?
Her laugh.
Cody has a bias when it comes to you.
She can't even say yes to that.
You
can't even own that.
You're married to him. Yes.
You're the only one married to
honestly.
him.
Yes, I am his only wife right now, so of course he does.
Yes, unfortunately, that seems to be how it turned out, and I'm sorry. God, yeah. I was thinking this morning, if I was Suki, I think when she came in for her interview, I might go up to her and be like, why don't we try something, Robin? Just be honest, like answer actually honestly, and just see how the audience reacts, because it can't possibly get worse than this. Just why don't we see?
Well, right. Well, that's a good point. Like, what do they have to lose at this point? Just being truthful.
Just say it. Because I think that actually we would get a little bit more on her side if she owned it. That's all we're looking for is accountability. And she can't even take accountability for, do you think you did have preferential treatment? She can't answer that.
Which, like, obviously she did. If every other person in the family
world
is saying that. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 40-15 left. 40-15.
I don't think so.
Do you think, or do you feel safe telling Cody everything and anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
God, this is your job. Speak up.
Why do you think it's not the same that Janelle feels that?
I don't know. I don't know why she feels that way.
But he shut her down in that clip.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of focus on me. I actually get really tired of it, but I wish really badly that they would all focus on their own relationships and work those relationships out without my name coming up.
Unfortunately, all you and Cody are affecting their relationship. In fact, not sure if you remember, but one of their sons just passed away tragically last year. So sorry that you might come up in conversation every so often there, Rob.
Well, and it seems to me that they are focusing on their own relationships.
Yeah.
We had Christine and David's wedding as the cover for the entire series of Sister Wives.
For 2 years, I think.
yeah, whatever the end of the last
2023.
season was until like everyone is focusing on their relationships. There's grandbabies. There's like you and Cody are the only
Yeah.
ones who are obsessed.
And unfortunately, you two are still doing stuff in
Bold.
real time that is affecting them, like putting up your house for sale and showing everyone where your money.
Oh, like not paying for Cody's child. Truly.
Trying to give Mary, trying to divide Coyote Pass so that Mary only gets 1/4 of 1/4 of the land.
Yeah, guess what,
Stuff
babe?
like
They're going
that.
to be talking about your relationship and you.
I love it. 39.25.
I think it was you mentioned running interference for Robin.
This is Janelle.
How do you see that? I feel like a lot of people.
This is good. All of this is so spot on.
I think that she is necessarily innocent in this. I mean, it takes two. Mm-hmm. And so I think in a lot of ways, he's made himself even more villainous, I guess, to kind of place the blame from her. This is just gospel according to Janelle. Like, I don't know. So can you be specific about I just villainous? I feel like all this stuff with rewriting history and talking about how the kids, and I just feel like he wants to focus on himself, not so much on Robin. Because there is a lot of accusations being thrown around about her. What accusations? That she broke up the family, that she never wanted the plural family. And I don't think so. In the very beginning, she was very much part of what we were trying to build. So you think he's running interference to protect her? I don't ever remember him being this mean. Never.
Mm-hmm.
He never was this mean. I've never seen him be so mean and so like all the rewriting of history, trying to hurt people. Like, I feel like it's a smokescreen.
She's fully spot on. And an interesting thing is that in the first season, I think Janelle makes a comment when they're all sitting on the couch. She said, yeah, I saw early on how Robin really set herself up as the damsel in distress. And I noticed, Cody really responds.
Victim.
So
also, he can feel like a big man. He can come in and she's coming here, cap in hand, and her 3 orphan children.
Yeah.
You know, sure.
And I also like that she says, Robin, I think there's a lot of blame on Robin, and Robin is not innocent in this. Like she's like validating everyone saying all this shit about Robin. She's not saying you guys don't be nice. No.
Yeah.
She's doing it.
I want to address everyone is saying this, like make the t-shirt out of gospel according to Janelle. I'm sure they are going to do that. And the other thing is that I do agree with Janelle. I think Robin came into the family wanting like this polygamist family marriage, and she's falling in love with Cody. You guys remember what it's like falling in love. Like everything's like great and he's head over heels with her. And then when the reality is there and like some of that novelty maybe starts wearing off, but you're like, but it's still there because you're still sharing him with other people. It's like the distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
And then it made her more jealous. But I think she did still want the polygamous family. She just wanted Cody for herself.
Yeah, she like being the favorite, just like how handsome Alice set it up for her. So she's really just doing exactly what her mom did. Handsome. Yeah. 37:59. And now we're on Cody, and he's pointing at the screen right now.
She mentioned Robin over and over in that scene.
Well, she feels like Robin is. No, she said that Robin was always off topic. So whatever she felt that she couldn't really express.
Which we've seen.
To include Robin. Did Robin offend her? Did
Well,
Robin do something?
Yes. That's right. I wish Suki had said, well, has she?
Yes. When she pointed out Janelle's sons in particular, because they weren't jumping for joy that their father spermed inside of the new wife and she's pregnant.
Yeah. And
with another baby who's definitely not truly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some barbs. And again, the fat and stretch mark comments.
That Janelle paid off all her debt. Didn't Janelle, drain her entire savings to pay off Robin?
There's that. And bought the big house and drained the family accounts. And she was living in a mobile home.
When Robin said to her, Janelle, haven't you always wanted to do that plus size clothing line? Because you're fat.
It's your passion. You're passionate
I was like, oh,
about
thanks.
wearing clothes that fit you. You know,
hate her.
because you're plus size.
Yeah, you're fat. 3743.
Maybe she felt that Robin was in this incredibly
No, it's
special love with you.
that's just not dealing with that. Absolutely is Janelle and I not dealing with Janelle and Cody. It really has. Every relationship has to boil down to what that relationship was. My relationship with Robin hasn't been affected by these other relationships other than my own reaction to them.
Well, Christine felt that she was abandoned and the person that you chose to be with was Robin.
And I think that I just have to respectfully go, have a good life. Via con Dios. Care.
He got it wrong, first of all.
Really? I've never heard that, but what is that?
Via con Dios. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it like it's V-A-Y-A, like vaya, right?
What does it mean?
Better Spanish than I do. Like go with God, like be with God, go with God.
Oh.
He says it very Cody-esque.
He likes to break out the Spanish every so often, like, oh, hello, my little bambinos.
Oh, you know, he goes into salsa brava and he's like, hola, necesito agua con limon.
Aquí. I knew that one. I'm at 3658.
What broke us up? We know that we weren't good together.
But if you're going to make your future relationships better, isn't it like to have an interesting, introspective conversation about what went wrong, how it went wrong, and how do you expect to have friendships? Wait, how do you? But you shut her down too.
He just whined.
Having that conversation, you were like, "Well, we're not going to have this conversation."
I always felt like your life centered so much.
Oh, Suki's also making a very definite effort to be like, hey, audience, I've watched the show now. And I mean, honestly, I'm so impressed. I'm proud of Suki because she was getting a lot of shit the past 2 seasons online. And
I think it was deserved though. She didn't. But again, whether that was her.
I don't think it was her fault. I don't think that she was allowed to. And I think that was probably a discussion. Also, new producers now. And she's like, I'm between a rock and a hard place here where the audience is mad at me now. And this bitch is going to storm out if I press him on anything. So
yeah.
she's doing it. I'm so happy for her. I wish Suki had a sport gun, says Rebecca. Can you imagine if she just was like, no. I'm at 3630.
Robin's house.
Well, in the past 2 years, Robin's been this place that things were safe.
But even before that, it felt like there was safe. I wasn't as important. I remember one time we were traveling, I think it was my birthday, and you started getting mad at me about a conversation that I had had with her. That I don't know how you knew about.
Oh, this is his egg and red wine meal.
Yeah, his omelet red wine lunch.
Again, those farts.
Oh man.
I'm imagining his teeth just dyed purple.
Yeah.
Just gross.
I bought a whole new bedroom set the other day and
what?
I did. And I slept.
You got a new one. I thought Daphne bought you one. At the barn or whatever it's called.
I bought a new one, but I slept on it the day after I got my hair done, and my hair bled all over it. So the pillowcase is ruined. Looks like a bloodbath.
No.
So that's great.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. 3605. If anybody knows some good solution for that, something like vinegar, baking soda, don't let me know. It's a white pillowcase. All right, 3605.
And more destruction isn't going to help us here.
Okay, then if I can't talk freely, then let's just leave it as I don't really want to.
I do believe she said, "Well, if this isn't safe."
Yeah. Okay. Listen, Suki.
Right.
I want to shut you down now. I know you guys
can't shut me down.
Yeah, I can. No, you can. I don't have to say the answer.
You could act like a baby and not do this, but we don't have a conversation.
But listen, I'm not going to sit here and continue when they.
Oh, he switched instantly.
I'm not gonna sit here. I don't have to answer. Like, I would be to say I would be disgusted would be an understatement. I sincerely mean that. That is the most grotesque, immature, babyish, just that
talk about
shows
this
you
all the
who
time,
a
is we
person
don't-
is.
We don't deal with man babies. I won't.
No.
I don't deal with an adult baby situation. No. Another thing I noticed is that their chairs are a little further apart because I think she was like, he reached out and touched my leg last time, and that can't happen. So they're like too far for them to even like really touch each other, which I love.
I mean, that was good. Even her saying, because it is kind of like unprofessional, or you don't hear things on TV like, Mommy, you could be a baby. Yeah, you are. No, you can't. I mean, it was a childhood playground spat.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Oh my gosh, Julie.
Hi, Julie. Thanks.
Uh,
It's actually red. There's a little red in there. You can't tell.
Red. I will say Cody's hair, they have taken the two curls and they have placed them back ever so carefully.
It's kind of
And
better.
sprayed.
That's what my hairdresser
Sprayed.
said too. She was like, "Why?" Because again, a hairdresser that she's looking at, she's like, it just doesn't make sense why he wouldn't get that. And she's like, it's not that expensive, and it wouldn't even be that much surface area.
Oh, like
You
the
just
plugs?
throw it
Yeah,
in.
go to Turkey.
Go to Turkey.
There's so many documentaries and shows and people just openly talking about this. A bunch of
Yeah.
guys are just like, yeah, go to Turkey. It's like,
Why
super
wouldn't
cheap.
you?
You stay at a
If
nice
I'm-
hotel.
It's crazy.
Do it.
Why wouldn't he? Or I would assume he would just get it done in America because him and Robin don't like to get discounts. They don't pay for discounts. As we're
I've
covering,
absolutely considered like getting a nose job abroad. Adam will
Mm.
not let me. He's like, I love your nose, don't touch it. But I'm like,
I was considering.
I
doing-
might be like Mary, and he might just wake up one day and I'm not there. I'm
I
off
might
getting
get
Turkish nose job.
Botox.
Do
what
it.
was-
I get it. You could. It's not going to change like your look. It just helps.
I don't know.
prevent
It just seems like a whole thing.
Do
What
it.
was I gonna say? As we're covering on season 13 right now, where they're looking at Coyote Pass versus Cottonwood, where it's becoming very clear to me and Jody that Robin doesn't like Cottonwood because one of the first, like, there's no reason why they got Coyote Pass. Cottonwood was cheaper, closer to town,
more
no
trees.
more trees, no land stipulations. But the second Robin heard that Cottonwood was cheaper than Coyote Pass, they go looking, and Robin's like, "Oh, this insane incline," and it's like,
Yeah. What did she say? She's like the
crazy
tragically steep incline, Cody.
Yeah.
I'm just worried how we're gonna go. And
But
then
that
it
incline-
shows like Areola, who's 18 months old, running up this
Yeah,
hill
yeah,
just
Hill.
fine.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
35, 34.
Moved on and go, oh, they did me wrong or they did this or that. I'm sorry. I was at fault too. Is that all anybody's looking for? No. Hey, ladies, I'm sorry. I was at fault too. I just didn't
This
see
made me sincerely hate him. The
Yeah.
tone.
But here's something that'll lighten that
Ladies.
moment for you. I don't know if it was Corey and Carly that said this or if it was Leon and Ellie, but right here, he's trying to address the camera, but he's looking at the wrong camera. But that also means that when they re-edited this, they're like, let's put him looking at the wrong camera for this thing.
Kept
Let's
it
use
that
the other
way.
one. Yeah. Use the 2-shot for this one.
Just the condescension in his voice is a universal tone for condescension. Like,
Yeah,
if
it is.
someone didn't even speak English and understand it, they would know from his tone. But hey, ladies, I'm really sorry that your poor little tender feelings were hurt with the things I said. I sure didn't mean it. Does that help make you feel better? Like,
Yeah.
fuck
Also,
right off.
I like to continue to remind everyone here, Garrison just died 6 months ago here.
And Janelle let him take his ashes, bury a hole,
Dig the
have
grave.
his own little, storyline, trying to convince us that he thinks or feels these things, which I do to a certain extent, but we'll see.
Now
Time
he's
will
brought it
tell,
back around.
won't it?
Now he's doubled down, and now he's going to condescendingly say to the 3 women who raised that son, "Hey, ladies, so sorry. Sorry if I pissed you off."
I'm accountable too. Okay, I wasn't happy. You aren't happy.
Jacob says, "Well, let's his uncles dig the hole." That's right. He was pulling an Amanda special to the nth degree.
Yeah, the one dude was fucking waist deep, head
Yeah.
first, to
He's
get
like,
like
"Oh,
a couple rocks Cody wanted moved.
Okay. 3519.
I'm happy. I hope everybody's happy now. And if you're not, I hope that's not because of anything I'm doing or I'm saying.
Well, it is.
Suki, it's time to move on. They've all left.
Well, what you just did there
This
was
is good, too.
accountability.
Wow.
I would love to have it back.
What does he mean by that? What did he think she was saying there?
The family? I don't
I would
know.
love
I
to
didn't get
have
that
it.
either.
Was he saying I would love to have accountability back?
I think he means like have the whole family how it was.
Let's see
I
what-
don't know. I had that.
what he says.
Do you think
No,
you'll
that's
ever
it.
be able to
This conversation's over. So it could mean anything. I'm sure he didn't really understand what she was saying there.
Okay, so people are saying he let's see.
Oh,
Megan, you can't have
he would
someone you
love
never had.
accountability from them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So he thought she was saying to him, "Do you see, Cody? You just took accountability." And he thought she was saying, "Oh, the OG wives should take accountability." Don't you wish they would give you that accountability?
They all took their own accountability. That like
Yeah.
I stayed too long. I put
Over
up with
and
stuff.
over.
I didn't like say everything that was always on my mind because I didn't want a reaction. I mean, this is
Season
anyone
1,
who's
episode 1. A very pregnant Christine looks right to the camera and says, "I'm jealous. I don't want this to happen. I'm miserable.
Mhm.
I'm very upset about this."
Yeah, he spends a
An
lot of time
accountability since
there.
day one.
And we didn't even know at the time that she was working a night shift while she was pregnant. And Aspen was putting the kids to bed while she was pregnant with Truly.
3450 poo.
down and have a conversation and be friends with Cody and Robin?
This is good too.
Yes.
Maybe. Like I can still be very friendly with Cody.
See, now I love this
Oh.
too because it is such a power move that she's like, "Yeah, sure, I don't give a fuck."
But she says, sure, I can have like a friendly relationship with Cody.
Yeah, I
She didn't
noticed
say
that
Robin.
too. Yeah,
Like she is, there's no doubt about it. She's not even trying to hide the fact that like, no, I don't like them. I don't like them. Nope. And she will for Cody because she has kids with him.
sure, but no,
That's
I have
it.
no interest. I don't like them as people.
Yeah.
And she's so unbothered. That's the thing that bothers Cody so much. She like truly is unbothered.
It really is the best place when you get to a point when you are out of a relationship. That's when you know you're truly over it. When you're like you're not just saying it, you mean it. Like I
Like
don't
Christine
care.
and Mary.
Yeah, I could care. I doesn't enter my mind throughout the day to even think about, so I don't care.
No. Do you know what I just remembered? We're going to have to sit through watching that Cody backing up into Mary scene again, which.
Oh, with Cody's best friend, Nathan.
And Robin
I think
is
it's gonna be
bothered by it. 3436. And then Mary is so pathetic in this. Oh, God. Okay, let's get into it. 3436.
she regressed.
I never
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
had much of a
rough.
relationship with Robin. I don't have any hate or hard feelings or anything. I just don't really want to know them. Yeah.
Yep.
But if you can't sit there and talk to Robin, just curious right now.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can give me any
She's laughing. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends with her?
Oh, I could sit and talk to them. That would be fine.
Yeah.
If it was all superficial, I would be fine. If we, I would talk to them. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to be buddies with them or like go to lunch with them or
Why can't you be friends? Why can't you be buddies?
yeah.
Why couldn't you have a relationship with them again?
I don't need it. I don't
Yep.
want it. I'm not looking for it.
Is there a lack of trust? Is that why that both sides can't come together and have a deep friendship
No,
and a deep love for each other and a deep sense of respect for each other?
I really just don't like them.
yes.
Know them. I don't want to be friends with them.
I don't want to know them.
What is it about them that you don't like?
I don't know. I just don't like them.
That is gutsy. That's ballsy. Amanda, I don't know if I could say that about, I mean, well, yes,
I would
could,
feel
but like,
that.
but people like personally in my life, of course, we could say it about Cody and Robin ourselves, but like your family, right? Former family. That's
Yeah. Your kids share
Nice
blood with
going
their
there.
kids.
Yeah, I know.
I
Just don't like them.
I don't like that. And Suki was also kind of giving her help. They're like, oh, well, you can just piggyback onto what I'm saying about how like respect kind of went out the window. And Janelle's like, no, it's not so much that. I just don't like them. I don't want to know them.
Yeah, and this, much like Married at First Sight, actually, like, why is it that people always have to be like, well, so are you guys in a good place? Are you like friends or whatever? Like, they don't have to be friends at all. They don't
They
ever have to
shouldn't be.
communicate.
She gave him this amazing, what's it called? Olive branch of letting him drive the urn. And then that's what happened. So like, no, the last time I tried to be nice, he fucked it up.
Well, even just exes, like you don't have to be friends with that person. If you're friendly and you share children, boy, that's a perk. That's a plus. But Janelle's kids are all grown. It's not like they have to be talking about child support or school or going back and forth. So she can say like, no, I am like good for life.
Like,
my kids can have a relationship with them, but I don't need to be friends with them.
Yeah, she is fucking done. 3327.
Trying to get together and make us interact. Yes. It's because I really like that. I don't like them in that setting. I just don't like them. I don't want to be.
She said that so many times. She said that at least 5 times. I don't like them. Yep. I don't like them. I don't like them. All right, I go
love
ahead.
That's weird.
It's weird.
David's coming on the scene. 32. Sorry, were you gonna?
I just throat breathing. It just feels real fun to do.
I had this job where I worked at this like children's school, and I like was the like office manager, and like my boss, her name is Irena, and she always had the sniffles, and she would be like looking over my shoulder as I was like doing computer work, and it would just be
like a little pug.
And I was like, oh. All right. I'm at 3246.
All right. Usually when
this is Mary
walk in the room, you know, it could be a little petty. It could be a little awkward, especially right after the divorce. No, just kidding. No, just kidding.
He's like, I'm kidding. Don't start laughing. This is not that wasn't a bit. Just stop.
Yeah, I take it back.
Don't laugh.
Probably hug each other, so it would be totally fine. Not a big deal.
However, you guys seem to be getting along much better than.
Here we go.
Especially when you were married. You know, we didn't see this.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's because there was a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure, and do your clip. So
Mary.
You have dots?
Is it moving day?
No, it is moving day. Because yes, it was moving day, and there was a.
Mary's really likable here. Like she's being very like compared to Cody in a bit where he's gonna be like, "Don't even play. I don't even want to see the clip. How about we just talk about it?" And Mary's like, "No, go ahead, play the clip. I know it's gonna be very cringy." So I don't actually think Mary thinks it's cringy. Now that I think about it, I think Mary's
Mary loves it.
Oh, she
loves this.
Scene watching it is like, oh,
it's sad. It's sad.
Yes.
You know what, buddy? It really bugged me when like Christine got this like, I am a female police officer, buddy.
I was like exactly how you like became Christine.
And David's sitting there like, what you do? What? About it, what? Like his sinuses are so compacted, like he can't even see. His vision's blurred. He's just like,
oh my god. Okay, 3159.
Flirty between the two of you. Watch the clip.
Okay. All right.
And then we'll talk.
Okay. Oh, Mary, she looks good.
Got you. Wow, chicken little.
I got you. Someone's got to do it.
This is awkward. I'm so sorry. Punch you in the mouth.
Robin does not like this.
And then Nathan pushes the bike into her.
What?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, right there. Robin's like,
do you think? So at this point, Christine hadn't seen this. No, definitely not.
Oh, well,
This was in the
unless
second
they
half.
got like a
of the season,
really
wasn't it?
early, but
Was this in the first half? Well, either way, this was in October. So this was more than 4 or 5 episodes, right?
yeah.
I'm just wondering if they're really watching this for the first time, like Christine and David. If they're really like, oh my God. All right.
Christine's take, I think, is weird too. And she's like, it was disrespectful. I'm like, I don't think that's the right word for it.
Well, I mean, it's humiliating is more the word I guess we would use. Okay, we'll keep going. Yeah, 31:22. And we are laughing.
In front of me, right against me.
Closer than I have been to him in years.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
We're divorced.
It wasn't that funny.
At all.
It's not married.
About something that I certainly can.
Yes, the Ashley, that is exactly that. Robin remembers because Robin's watching this clip. Her face is like pissed. And then she goes, on her.
She has her jaw.
Yeah. And then she does, and she tries to force a smile, but her
Yeah.
jaw is so clenched that like her, yeah, exactly like that. And then she just goes more into this, the primping, constantly primping.
Consider to be sacred with me and Robin because it was sexual in nature. It was so fun.
Only if you make it.
Christine.
No
No shit.
So much. Keep it. Because I need something to lean into if I start to fall. Mary's just on point.
Cody's
today.
baiting her there.
I would have liked to have been married to.
Asshole.
Hey, listen, we're like the best couple ever. What? You're the favorite ex-wife, Mary. That's easy as can be. That's actually great.
Okay. Take it away. So talk about the bump and grind. Is there a little bump and grind?
The moment. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Nathan. It was awkward. It was like
It wasn't.
so hard.
I don't think it was that awkward. Okay, like honestly, if I backed up into anyone,
The random mover who you don't know, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh,
I was gonna say in like the hardware store, yeah, I'd be like, oh God. And I'd probably be like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I backed up.
You forget about it 5 seconds later. You wouldn't even remember that happened ever.
Well, Mary bent over laughing on purpose. Like she was leaning into this whole thing. And now her feeding into it too is especially cringe because now she's worthied all the way down.
Yeah.
All the progress she made is now gone. And you know what?
Yeah.
She looks good. However, I'm starting to think she's a little too casual for this reunion. I'm really looking at the whole picture.
100%. I think today, if she was in this interview chair, I think she probably knows today. Yeah, him calling me the best ex-wife is actually really shitty of him to do. And it's like it's breadcrumbing me. And that is disrespectful. That might be what Christine
Where
said.
do they stand on the land at this point when they're taping this? What's going on with the land?
Oh God, let me see. Let me try. I can try to find it on.
What did we say? This was October.
This was the beginning, like October 2nd.
And the land like just sold, didn't it?
Yes. So I think the land was still very much in arguments. I don't think anything had been done with the land.
Okay, that makes sense because then
anyone knows throw it up there. I can't find the.
It makes sense that Mary is in this place then because she has not had that like legal battle with Cody over Coyote Pass yet when she sees like, oh wait, he is just being an asshole and leading me on. And
yeah, exactly. Okay.
So he probably was doing this. He just had to get through the one-on-ones or the tell-all, whatever they're calling this.
And then he's buttering her up here because she just said, oh, if he walks in the door, we'd probably hug. But then in the Tamron interview, she said things are worse now than ever. And I wish that we could at least just be kind to each other. The agreement was dated September 24th, 2024. They just didn't do the deeds yet.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'm wondering like between Mary, Christine, Cody, Robin, between the 4 of them, like Coyote Pass sold, but did the 4 of them divvy that up equally? Do we know that for sure?
Yeah,
or do we just know that it sold?
I don't know, because I just find that for some reason I'm really focused on that because I think it's just so interesting to know what's going on in present day during this.
Okay.
Because Cody's so plucked. What do we have a?
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading these comments trying to see.
Yeah.
I
wonder if they want to.
Well, anyway,
that. Okay.
Cody hasn't gone off on her yet. Yeah. Hasn't stolen from her.
They're friends here. He's buttered her up, but I mean, which is smart. I mean, if I were Cody and I had Mary on the hook like this, I would make sure to give her a phone call like the day before she went for her interview for the tell-all, of course. So she probably just had a great phone conversation with Cody. Maybe he handled.
Got it. Okay. And in the comments, everyone's saying that everyone was signed except Robin in 2025, and then Robin waited until March. And then we think that they split it equal parts.
Okay.
Well, Mary, wake up.
3008.
Completely inappropriate. It was funny
Not really.
because it was Nathan and Cody, and we have a good enough relationship to do that. But it was also like very inappropriate.
Nothing.
Okay.
Upset about it? I have no idea. It was. We were not married, so that was a very close placed.
By the way, that's not a tea party. That somebody asked in the beginning too. Jody has 2 American Girl dolls, and they're podcasting.
They're podcasting. I found at Walmart on clearance. It was like $5. It was like a my podcasting set for little dollies. So Paige gave me her old American Girl dolls to have a little podcasting party, and maybe I'll invest in some Etsy outfits. Who knows?
Oh, that's a lot of money.
I know. Cross our fingers when we make it big someday, and we make those hundreds of thousands of dollars that my ex claims that we make. I'll get some cute clothes.
I got you, by the way, for your birthday. It's on the way. I got you a little tchotchke for behind you there. You're gonna die. I'll be opening it on up. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. My birthday gift to you was an Amber cameo that she never did, and
I also got a racist rant. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I mean that was worth its weight in gold, really.
Happy birthday.
2943.
Yeah, and then for many years. It was awkward. Yeah. It was like they were so awkward in that moment. I know. How could they not? You know, it used to be. I get it. It was the closest I'm sure they've been in years. They all handled it beautifully. That was super, super, super funny to watch. Him saying that it was like sexual and then he was still married. I think I was like, I'm like, dude, relax. That's not what that was about. It's almost like he's defining himself now.
Yeah, this is a good point.
Being Robin's husband. Yep. That is his identity.
However,
afraid to say
maybe pause for just a moment. Yeah. However, Christine, you don't think you did that with David? You are defining yourself as David's wife?
NASCAR, baby.
I mean,
I love NASCAR.
She's a car head now.
She's like, isn't she sponsored by like some NASCAR? Like, she went to NASCAR as like a sponsor.
Yeah. What were they pimping out? It was like
she loves the
speed.
Oh yeah.
They were
for speed.
I like things that I may talk slow, but I like things that go fast.
I'm at 2905.
He's been Robin's husband for a long time. But it's almost like he was afraid to acknowledge that. But now that's how he acknowledges himself. She's like, I just want to make it clear. I'm married. Right here.
Again, this is
we literally saw you design your ring.
Doing an impression of herself. It would be as if I did that, right?
All of that. That's a thing in the past. Let's establish that. That was just funny. Let's leave it at that.
I literally, I think it was removed. I looked at him after I told him I'm going to punch you in the mouth. And I looked at him. This is my best friend.
Best friend.
And I looked at him and I go, Nathan, I will throat punch you. I was like, all I'm thinking about is
really funny
struggles through divorce that we've had. And
God, they're such nerds.
Sort of space like that I had to get myself to. So I was very conscientious of it. That
yes, of course.
In a sense, my body belongs to Robin.
Ooh.
It's like,
Yeah.
no,
That is a
no.
universal ick everyone has had to that comment.
Cody was
Yep.
afraid that it was disrespectful to you.
Yeah.
Was it disrespectful to you?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. For me, it was just kind of like, I haven't drawn those lines yet, or I didn't at that time. I hadn't drawn those lines. So I don't know. Just like,
Even if you had drawn a line, that was nothing. I don't even know why this is a topic, unless it was to humiliate Mary more. Do they think the audience was going to really have a great response to that weird thing?
Yeah, no one thought like, oh my God, Mary and Cody are about to fuck on that Peloton right now. No one thought, especially with Nathan nearby. I don't think any of us were like, ooh, we're going to need to go wipe down. Things are getting a little hot over there. Woo! Everyone was embarrassed.
Nathan had his eye on the situation. I'm on at 27:43.
Really worried about
And I.
What did you think about the banter going back and forth between Mary and Cody? Is it
very normal.
okay?
Yeah, it's very, very normal for them. Yes, they've had their attention for sure, but like,
How would you know that? I thought you didn't talk about relationships.
Yeah.
Really, it's a lot of fun.
What about Cody saying that this is the kind of woman I would have left? This is the Mary I wanted to be married to.
Yeah. So when he says stuff like that, and I'm like, and before, she was like done and leaving, this was the kind of thing that I would see that made me go, they have a possibility.
That's
What?
crazy. Crazy.
No chance.
No, that's such a lie.
She is so just unnatural too. Just like the laughing and the giggles kind of out of nowhere that just end abruptly. It's just like, why can't she just like, do you think she can just have a normal conversation with anyone? Even Cody?
I think she's just totally socially dumb, and so are her kids. I think her only friend is probably handsome Alice, and she thinks this is normal. She thinks they're all crazy and classless, and like for her
to mini cult. It's really upsetting.
Yeah,
it's really, really upsetting. Okay.
Why?
Well, wait, before he even called her that, he was like,
It's the old Mary. This is the Mary that I
was married to.
Yeah.
That's an ass. That's not nice.
Why?
I think that was funny when she said that. That's an asshole. That's not nice.
That's nice.
She kind of became a school teacher for a second after saying the word out.
Disrespect.
There we go. Respecting her as a wife, woman, individual. Nothing, and that just proved it. And the favorite ex-wife comment was, "Oh, that's just tacky.
That's weird.
That's so weird. Why does
That's
that always
weird.
That's
why?
weird. It's weird.
I just
Thanks,
don't really,
babe, for having my back, David.
I don't really think we
weird.
need David here, but I like David being here because it pisses Cody off.
Yeah,
I
mean,
I don't really care about his opinion, but
yeah, I don't think he needs to be there. Again, like they're talking about how Robin and Cody come as a pair, and it's like, what are you guys doing here too?
I mean, very good point. Okay, I'm at 26:29.
Always have favorites.
Those words, ex and favorite, don't go together.
Don't go together.
I definitely have a favorite
Do you
ex.
like being called a favorite ex-wife?
I think it's freaking hilarious.
Really?
See, this is where I
Really?
went, no, Mary, no.
Yeah, maybe Cody and Mary should be together because they have the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
I don't.
Excuse me, love me, Mary. Like, please. It's
I
not
think it's
hilarious.
hilarious.
It's like you're not getting it. You still haven't gotten it. The worthy up of it all. She had been doing worthy up at this point too.
Because if she really was worthy up, she'd be like, I think it's really messed up because he hated me the most for so long.
Yes.
And now I'm his favorite. Okay.
Yeah, Mary regressed here, says Dawn. Dawn, are you the one that was in the Instagram comments? the person who put the handsome Alice thing, I think his name was Dawn. 26:16.
I think it's hilarious. He's trying to be fun with it, and I'm glad that he and I are like at this place
Joking about how he emotionally abused you.
with him.
Yeah.
I'd rather that than have all that angst and anger, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But that doesn't serve me.
What was it like?
I mean, I
for
guess that's
you
true
to hear
as well.
like Cody say, "You're acting like, there's Mary acting like this wonderful person that I wish
he could have been married to." Well, he was, and sorry, he lost out. Here's the thing: I'm just going to be me, and I had been being me for a few years prior, but he was never around, and he didn't get to experience that. He talks so much about how awkward and uncomfortable and mean and whatever the words are that he puts to it. But it's like, it's really unfortunate you didn't get to experience the fun me again.
Yeah.
He used to, like, there were times. You've seen it.
You could have been sitting in that sugar.
The show. But it's fine.
Does it make you, when you look at those clips, like second that decision in any way? Getting the
Please say
spiritual
no.
wellness
Okay, good.
and divorcing him? Yeah,
Nope.
not at all.
No.
All right, let's keep on trucking here.
Nostalgia. It was, and I was like,
To look at yourself. Good is so loyal.
Okay, what is this where we are?
To look at yourself. Good in heart. You wonder what ended this era, and it was you.
Okay, here we go. Have you noticed that in all of these tell-alls, like the past few tell-alls, Robin is so uncomfortable that the way she sits is like with both feet flat on the floor. It's just very
everything about her is awkward.
Like she can't even like cross, even if she sat with her leg crossed. I feel like that would just make her even a little bit more relatable.
She always looks like she's hiding behind Cody, even when he's not present.
Yeah, I wonder if they are in the room with each other for these.
Oh, I'm sure he's there.
Do you think? Because
I'm sure he's like just off camera.
Okay. All right, here we're after that commercial.
I think Mary is so loyal. And
24:15 remaining.
She had that catfishing thing. You know what I mean? So I just think he likes to
that thing.
Justifications again for his behavior. Look, I think it's really, really dangerous to say how we were at 25 before all the pressure of raising a family with very little money and all those things, all the personality things. It's really hard to compare who we were then and how our relationships developed with who is Cody 2.2 or 2.0 that gets to marry Rob and gets this version. Well, hell, if I was marrying someone like Cody right now, it'd probably be very different with all of his history and perspective and everything. It'd be a very different relationship. So I think you couldn't get over the betrayal. You could not get over the betrayal when it came to Mary.
I did, though, because I gave it plenty of time. I got out of the anger phase. I'd go over and see her all the time, and it was still antagonistic. I was like,
I don't think you were over there, though. Because as we recall, he went over there that one time a couple episodes ago in season 13, and he was like, oh, I'm just doing some research. And she's like, can you look at me? And he's like, I'm doing research. And then we get a clip of the phone, and it's pictures of Ari and Saul that he's scrolling through.
And every time he sees her, they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, what are you doing? Oh,
always.
A while. Oh, you've been traveling for? Oh, okay."
They're like, I think it was you that said that they're like two cousins that see each other every 10 years. Hey, how have you been?
I'll pick up right back where we left off, but like,
hi. Yeah, it's good to see you. 2320.
Mystic relationship for years before the problem, really, the big problem manifest. And when those calls started to interrupt our life, I was just interpreting this way. That you didn't want to be out of the family. You just wanted out of your relationship with me. You seemed so angry. I didn't feel like I could get to you. I didn't feel like we could even talk. And then afterwards, I was like, well, I never want to have a relationship like that again. So we're going to do counseling. We're going to figure out a different relationship. It was still antagonistic. It was antagonistic, Suki, until her and I and my brother-in-law, Nathan, were moving her. It was antagonistic.
You think she released it all at that moment?
I think Mary went, I'm free and forgave. I don't want to jump to the end, but that day was just it worked.
Why? Because Robin wasn't there.
Robin wasn't there. Can you not you can't put those two things together?
And as soon as she showed up, it was fucking awkward until she left. And then it was fine again.
Do you think it's okay for me to text my assistant and ask her to bring me a diet ginger ale? Is that too much?
I don't know. I've never had an assistant.
Is that okay?
You're
I could say that, right?
You have an assistant.
I'm parched. Okay, what should I say? Would it be possible?
And then you let her have one because you'd be like, "Oh, help yourself." If you
I've already said that 100 times.
I'm
To bring me diet ginger ale.
Oh, people are saying say yes. People are saying say please.
Okay. Please
Yeah,
and
saying absolutely.
And I'm doing a prayer emoji. I'm doing a prayer emoji.
I love that we're all in this together. This is really good.
Okay. The dogs
this
are going
is really big. Like for Amanda and I to ask someone a favor for something is like
who I'm paying more than minimum wage.
It would almost be like asking one of Cody's brothers to like dig something for us. It's that big of a deal.
Let's see how it goes.
Why do you have an assistant? Because so that they can help with the dogs while Amanda's recording.
Yeah, I have like too many dogs here every day, and it was starting to really weigh on me because I felt like it was losing its novelty.
Oh, people are saying use the prayer emoji, the pray hands emoji. Oh, you did.
She said for sure she should be
okay. Okay, when she drops it off, you have to be really quiet. Okay,
I can hear her opening the fridge right now.
Oh shit, she's already in the fridge. You know, people are like, you better tip her.
We need to act like we were. Oh, come in.
Oh, wait.
You're all good. We knew that was going to happen. All right, thank you.
Oh my God, Amanda, I was so nervous. I was just, did she hear me? Did she hear me? No. Okay.
All right.
People in the comments are like, why are we whispering?
We're at 22:25.
There's awareness, but Mary and I had this good experience, and I left her sobbing. It's the end of the era.
Jason says, come in. You should have your pants down.
We did something special. And it feels like it just all went to sort of.
God,
bitter anymore. I'm not angry. I'm glad you and I.
You know, I just realized.
What? Oh, shit.
When she opened the door to give me the drink, it probably reeks of weed in here.
Oh, Amanda, she's a teen. They don't do drugs. You're supposed to not do drugs. You're an adult.
Okay, all right, here we are. 21:54.
I got that figured. Until the next guy, if you marry again and everything like that, it's got to. I won't be weird about it. Even though that got weird, I'm sorry.
Would you be the flower girl?
No, I get to walk her down the aisle. Yeah, it was just like it was an awareness that it was all over, that this was the end, kind of more having to do with the whole family and everything. We treated each other good and we treated each other bad. And in the end, we remembered a lot of the bad during the breakup. And then when you're friends again, you remember more of the good. Mm-hmm. And you go, yeah, we shouldn't be together. But boy, there was special times.
I just want to know, what do you think that was all about? Was that confusing for Mary?
It's such a bump on the log, Robin.
Suki must hate interviewing her.
I don't know. It's like Robin always presents herself as if she is Cody's guest on the show. Like, no, this is your job too. Like, you're one of the five.
Yeah, you're what we're tuning in for.
Yeah, you have to give just as much effort as everyone else. Yeah. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying that Robin seems pilled up. What do you think?
Pilled is Xannies. Yeah, probably.
You think so? I'm not good at spotting that.
I don't know why she wouldn't. Like for this, she's already made it very clear. She could make it no more clear how miserable she is during these.
Okay.
2057.
I don't know. I asked him about it, and I was like, why? Because I'm in my head, it's like you could have figured this out with her. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you getting emotional?
See, this is where I wish Suki would ask her, but do you think that's fair to Mary to want her to be in this loveless marriage? Abusive?
I was just going to say, like, work it out with her. How?
Yeah, do you think that's nice for Mary? Would that be the best case scenario for her?
At what point do you call it like we gave our effort, it's done. When did you, Robin, do that when you were divorced?
Again,
why didn't you put in more effort, Robin?
Why don't they ever throw her divorce back in her fucking face? That's another thing. It must be off limits. Oh, we can't talk about him.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Like Mary, I mean, Suki could be like, listen, you know, like I learned about Preston and I've watched you and Cody. And honestly, I think you and Preston could have made it work. You know, it's really sad you guys didn't make it work. Like, that's what Robin is doing to all of them.
100% that's what she's doing. 2039.
And he was like, it's just an end of an era. It's nostalgia. It was, and I was like,
God.
Okay.
Were you surprised at his reaction?
It was very confusing to me. I was like, what is happening here? I am so confused.
You look confused and you're also inquisitive. I mean,
yeah,
that's what were you confused?
I remember that moment and I was like, I'm just going to let this play out. I don't know what it is. I don't know what these emotions are.
Mary's trying to play this off that she was like, oh, weird. But no, if Jen had not been there to immediately talk her off the ledge, Mary would have ran after Cody's car like Terminator 2.
Yes. Yes. Where she's trying to be like, I was easy breezy. I'm over it. I'm just like, I don't know.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was really
Don't
weird.
tell me you didn't go upstairs and have a whole like hours long conversation with Jen about maybe you should give him another chance.
Where at the end, Jen for like the last half of it is just pinching the bridge of her nose from.
Yeah.
Oh, man, 2003.
He's like, we had something special, you know, and like, was he talking about me and him? Was he talking about the whole family? Was he talking, you know, and it could have been either. I don't know.
He said, I'm sobbing. I'm kind of, he was so mad. Well, what did you think about that when he was getting that emotional? Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, buddy? You need to turn a mirror on yourself and you need to look at yourself good and hard.
You know what, buddy? You better wash that mouth out with soap right now.
Oh, God.
We picked favorites.
If I tell you one more time, buddy.
And he tried to pretend like it wasn't true and it was all us and it was not even, and you can't do that. You just can't do it. And come on. He's just playing a game with her heart right there. You're leaving, but let me be like, let me be so vulnerable and open with you. He's like, he was stringing her along for years and years and years. And then he turns around and does this. Disrespectful. Completely.
Where are you not understanding where she's saying that is disrespectful? It's shitty.
It is.
And he turns around for years and then she finally moves away and he pretends to cry. I guess disrespectful, isn't the exact but it is disrespectful.
Like, it's fucked up. That's what she should have said. It's messed up. It's fucked up. It doesn't make sense. Like it just. I mean, yes, it's disrespectful, but it's disrespectful because it makes so no sense in any world of the relationship they've had.
No. 1906.
Rude. Yeah, that was rude. I mean, I get his favorite ex-wife. And
oh, God, Mary.
When I get married.
No, he actually doesn't, though he was being sarcastic.
How did you feel when he said that?
That was weird.
Would you want him to do that?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, she says.
No.
But yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she would fucking love it. Are you kidding? There's a lot of him and hawing.
It is. It's like, what? No. I hope I get to walk you down the aisle. It's an honorable role. What are you talking about? No. You broke her heart over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You don't get to do that. You don't treat people like that.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed for him to see stuff like that. He and I actually had a conversation.
Yeah, get him.
Okay. And he said to me, I'm still grieving the loss of our marriage.
That's fucked up too.
And I said, Cody, you don't get to tell me that. And he said, yes, I do. And I said, no, you don't. After all of the things that you said about me on the show and in public and to the world about how you never loved me,
I don't believe this conversation happened, or at least not like this. I don't think that she was actually like, Cody, you don't get to speak to me like that. I think it was much
we've
more
never seen her speak like
pathetic than what she's leading on. But okay, girl, sure.
Yeah,
I wish she could do this.
These very hurtful things. You don't get to tell me that you're grieving. If you are grieving, you figure that out on yourself. This is an example of me giving it back to him to carry. He doesn't get to burden me down with his grief of our relationship after all of
Well, he didn't get that message, I can promise you.
Yeah.
He just can't bring it to me. This is the confusion. This is the confusion that I talk about.
Like signals that you've gotten throughout.
Like Mary said, block his number.
Yeah, because she doesn't need his number. Leon's grown. Leon doesn't fuck with either of them, I don't think. Like, absolutely block his number. The power.
Oh, yeah.
Except as we found out, block messages can still go through, as I found in my voicemail, an old message from my ex.
Well, and Mary does not have that kind of willpower.
No, I think she would be on the Instagram.
She's calling him in the middle of the night.
1712.
With a banana, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you changed it back.
I do that.
I know.
Maybe I'll go back to the boot
That's a
lamp.
good question. I can't even pretend to be able to answer that.
Do we need to say anymore? We're broken up. It's over. No, we're just friends. I don't ever need to reconcile with Mary.
Oh,
And then
man.
let me say, okay, a lot of people have an opinion and it's already established. And what they're going to do is they're going to come at me, whether it's Mary, whether it's you, and I'm going to use this word.
Gaslighting?
I don't mean to use it. Anybody is going to gaslight me until I say what I already believe.
Like, it honestly like makes me like, it gives me like a pit in my stomach.
It's so funny just the way he says it. And I'm going to use a phrase here, ladies, and I don't want you to get your feelings all fired up. So don't go where we're crying. Gaslighting.
And right there,
listen, buddy.
How does
You
Suki
don't
not
get
say
to tell me that.
Tell me what
rude.
you think gaslighting means. Please define it. Please. What do you think it fucking means? Yes. What do you think? He
And
thinks?
the way he's pointing, he's doing like
Gaslighting.
presidential hands,
Yeah.
like gaslighting.
I'm going to use a word, gaslighting. I think he thinks that gaslighting just means saying something that the other person doesn't like.
I was just going to say, gaslighting to Cody means you say something that makes me angry.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly
Everything
what
makes you angry, Cody. Like, maybe they're gaslighting
Yes,
you, but
we
they don't
are.
even know it. Like, you're letting
Wow.
them gaslight you. Jesus.
Like
He's
last
crazy.
week, he said that was Mary gaslighting herself and it's like, what? You know what I mean? Mary wants herself to believe that she's going crazy. She did that to herself. I'm gonna make myself think that I'm crazy. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
Mary
So this is a good one. So gaslighting equals blaming. That's what
Yeah.
Cody thinks in his mind.
Blaming validly.
Gaslighting me.
Oh,
and
here-
the way he's explaining it to Suki, who didn't she get like an Emmy award or some shit for journalism?
How about this? Gaslighting means holding him accountable. How about that? Gaslighting means holding me accountable.
Well, listen, Amanda, I'm going to stop you right there.
I'm going to use a word. Now get your panties in a twist, ladies. Gaslighting.
Oh, you know he wants to say that.
Yeah. I'm going to take your tampon. You got to change your tampons there, lady.
I need a tampon.
Okay. 1620 poo.
That would be Mary, Janelle, Christine, whatever. I have my own bias. Because we're not going to agree ever, we're not going to reconcile why we broke up, but we can agree to be friends and we can agree to stop talking about why, because we all have our reasons.
Listen.
Oh, he wants to stop talking about why because the why is Cody and Robin. That's
Robin.
the answer.
Robin joined the family. All right, I'm at 1535. You know, when you meet your ex-wife's boyfriend. So we're about to get into the Cody David road trip. of it all.
Just two bros broing out. Just two
Talking
guys.
about that bitch Christine and all of her
It's
antics.
basically like Kelsey and Gronk, these two, just overman things.
You just pulled two
Testosterone.
1535.
When you meet your ex-wife's boyfriend, it could feel a little daunting. And this next clip, it feels like you guys are all
Okay, let's watch Cody's complexion
like,
here.
look at the clip, look at the body
I have to
language.
explain. I remember the whole thing.
Okay.
He does not want to watch this clip.
Was just being nervous.
He looks right
about
here.
the presence of Christine with some of our kids again,
Oh, all right.
and the intimidation of a potentially overwhelmingly handsome individual. Okay,
David.
yeah, and
Also, is this kind of not him low-key saying, but don't worry, David isn't actually handsome? Like, is this not in some way him calling David unattractive?
Yeah, he thought it was fine, but hold on. Jennifer W. Thank you for this comment. You have no idea what this will mean to Amanda and I. Jennifer's comment says, Cody needs to do bro trips with Haas sons. Haas long to die in the snow. Karen retrial. Jennifer, like, you have no idea what that just
Cody technically did a road trip with Garrison's ashes when he brought him along in a nice hot car to Robin and Cody's families.
Oh, don't even get me started on like hot car deaths, because that's really traumatizing. Again, thank you, Jennifer, because I just remembered that I'm going to have a full day of testimony to watch and review tonight. So things are looking up. All right, let's see. Cody turned red here.
Okay, I'm at 1504.
experience was ended. I mean, so there was some trepidation, but the experience itself was absolutely pleasant.
Okay.
It wasn't. Christine was kind of swinging off of his arm a little bit, which I thought was all good and healthy.
Oh,
And
thanks. Thanks for your stamp of approval.
which I thought was great.
No, but it kind of felt a little awkward watching it.
She's poking. She's poking at him.
The meeting. It was just.
It was.
You were trying to connect, but it was awkward.
Frankly, if we would have all been benevolent enough to be able to handle it, would have been better over at dinner. Like, just get to know.
What?
You
That is
know,
outrageous.
have not spoken.
Well, I kind of see where it's coming from, because in this situation, it would suck to meet this guy on camera in front of a group of people who are like, oh my God, Cody and Robin are here. Oh my God, they're going to talk to each other.
I think that's actually much better, because everyone's going to be on their best behavior.
Oh, I guess that's
This
true.
would be like Adam and my ex going to dinner together. That will never, ever, ever happen. And as he says here, what makes this so weird is that he says, but Christine and I haven't spoken.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's way awkwarder.
That's so fucked up, dude. So like, you want to go bro out with her husband, but you haven't even talked to her.
Well, he's going to say something like along the lines of like, I just had a really naughty thought. What if me and David became friends? Because what he means by that is I want to talk shit with David and like potentially ruin his marriage to Christine. I'm going to tell him.
We need to walk. We need to keep an eye on like every long pier into the deep dark ocean if that happens, because I'm worried about Christine. If David actually ever meets up one-on-one with Cody,
oh my God,
she will not be okay.
No, 1424.
Right there in. Well, at this time, it might have been 2 years. This is the first time I'm actually really talking to her.
Well, can we watch the clip? Because I'm going to show you what we all saw, and it felt a little awkward. I know you.
It was a little awkward. Okay. I thought he was easy. It was smooth. He was more comfortable for me than Christine was. Let's put it that way.
You want to watch the clip?
Not really.
Let's watch the clip.
Let's skip the clips and talk about it, because I know what.
Gwendolyn is engaged.
The fact that they just played it over him talking.
Yeah, it's like, just skip the clip. He is such an idiot. He doesn't want the clip to be played because he doesn't want us all to see him embarrassed.
How awkward it is.
And to be reminded that David knows all of his kids and grandkids way more than he does.
Oh yeah, he hates it. He hates. I mean, I don't.
So now he's going to compensate. He's going to do a merry laughing, maniacal laughing watching this.
I will give it to Cody. I thought he was kind of charming adjacent right in that moment there. He's kind of being funny. He doesn't seem like he's going to kill someone at the moment here. Where he's like, do we have to? I'm just trying to name a couple.
True. Rebecca's asking how it went when Adam, my current husband, my ex, hasn't. I actually haven't spoken to my ex in probably 2 years verbally. Yeah.
Your mom hasn't.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm at 1354.
We actually are throwing her an engagement party, and Cody and I have been invited. We're going.
This is so typical them.
Now suddenly he's coming, and Robin's coming. So it adds another level of complication. I found him online.
She stopped.
Aw, Mary.
Our family separating, and now Christine dating is just a little bit weird. I've only seen Christine with Cody ever. It's better on the other side, isn't it?
Oh, I love that conversation.
Is it really trying to cheer me on? But she and I are not in a relationship where I'm comfortable opening up to her.
How's it going? David, how nice to meet you. How long have you guys been dating? You've seen the kids, you know the kids.
Oh, he knows all. He babysat them by himself while we went and got pedicures.
Here's McKelvey. He babysat them by himself and we went to go pedicures.
And Robin's holding a baby going, messing with her hair. Yeah, they're not nervous at all. First of all,
she's shaking that baby to death as she plays with her hair.
Yeah. Hey, just want to say, fellow Pole, hello, Polish. Poland in the chat. Yes.
Yeah.
As my dad always said, map of Poland on my face.
All right.
Yeah, Cody is so awkward here. You know, he wanted to punch David in the jaw when he said that.
When McKelvey,
Oh, yeah,
McKelvey's
no.
like, they want
Yeah,
the
no,
ballot,
no,
they're gonna have cars. All right.
First thing he said is, I heard you hold my grandkids. And
Oh, this is good.
Well, he did more than that. He babysat them.
Cody hates because Cody hasn't seen David and Christine responding to that yet, I don't think. So he's about to get so pissed when David clocks that Cody's face turns bright red. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
What was interesting is David made more eye contact with Robin and talked to Robin way more than me. Christine was kind of swinging off of his arm, which was probably appropriate. And then
Christine, she's like, what the fuck?
That guy caught even more red. I'm like, okay. Frankly, it's just one of those cringy moments where you just grit your teeth, survive it. Okay. So it was cringy from the beginning to the end, but I thought David was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Did you feel red in the face? Did you feel like it was a little uncomfortable?
Suki's like, I'm gonna make sure I reiterate the red in the face thing. I'm not letting you off the hook on that. We're gonna the red, red in the face. You felt red? Did you feel how red your face was? We all.
And did. You can tell that Cody recorded his segments before Robin because Cody obviously went to Robin and said, they said my face was all red.
100%. Yeah, you nailed it.
And then she's like,
I just want to say something about the red face. His face wasn't. He actually always is pretty red, you know, because Cody, he works out a lot.
He's always red.
Stressed. He's really active, so he's kind of always going and going and going.
He's always like throwing weights to Paca Bell.
Having done treats. 11:55.
He's making stuff up. I just
So it wasn't.
I just like her hugging David didn't bother me at all. I want her to. I mean, she's gone. She's out of my life. I just want her to be happy.
Oh yeah, I bet.
The idea of her falling was great because she'll stop talking about me.
That's why he wants her to fall in love.
Well, you're talking about her right now, so.
True. It's a little bit.
He just said it's the fucking truth. He is not a man of God anymore.
No, I want to see how he handles these last two episodes because I have like a very dark theory about him that he may have more addictions than my personal opinion that he has some gambling demons. Maybe there's some more.
Addiction runs deep. You can transfer it onto other things.
Yeah. that maybe there's like other reasons why he's always at Robin's and why things are
He's
always
sex
last
addiction?
minute, like if they're going to go or not. And if they
Oh, yeah.
go, they show up late to things. Like
I think he clearly has a very severe ADHD that's been undiagnosed
Oh,
for years.
absolutely.
Like, obvious, like
Yes.
the textbook case.
Yeah. Actually, I am sure if he were on some like good mental health psychiatric medications, well, I don't know. Well, maybe not. Because can narcissists be medicated?
Well, for anxiety, I think that probably all throughout his house, there's about 50 different started projects.
Oh, yeah. The squirrel's nest akimbo, as they are in my house. I married one too. And guess who else has it now? Yeah, I get it, but I just, there is something to that like, people who chronically like they don't respond and then they show up late, or they're always letting you know last minute. There's something weird with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that he would be a dream for anyone to diagnose. I would love it. Like
Amber's pediatric psychiatrist.
Oh my God. All right, 11:29.
It's like every time that they're courting on the show, I'm like going, oh gosh, okay, good, I can relax. I love their courtship.
Okay.
Because it just lets me relax. I get to watch an old friend fall in love. I
Okay.
can
Weird.
forget about past hurts and everything like that. I'm watching him fall in love, and I am enjoying it.
I bet.
I was frustrated he was coming just because he told Wendell before he wasn't going to be there. And then suddenly
Yes.
he's like, I'm going to go ahead and
That, as a person with severe anxiety, that would ruin the whole day for me. Because it's like you've already mentally prepared for, all right, I can just go to this with David. Everyone can meet him. Mary will
And
be
this
there.
is a big thing.
Yeah. A huge
Isn't like
thing.
the family's all getting along and he's like, oh, we can't make it. No, turns out we can.
No, that's fucked up. And I think
This
and
is
he
a
would do that.
major dynamic.
He would do that to they've all said that is that he would leave you constantly living in this state of like of unrest because you never know when he's
Yes.
going to show up. And like that's so shitty to do to someone
Right.
as somebody with anxiety. I
Now
need to know
listen.
exactly what's going to happen.
In the last 2 years, I have started running late to almost everything. I admit it. Like, I don't even know how it happens because as a person, I have never, ever, ever in my life done that. And it is like some weird ADHD thing. And then like all of a sudden you're late and you're like, what the fuck? This isn't me. But
Maybe
there's just,
menopause thing.
it's like, I think for Cody, it's like that control thing. Like, oh, just kidding. I'm just going to show up and I'm going to
Sure it is.
control
And then, of
everyone with
course,
that.
Robin is going to come now too, because God forbid Cody goes anywhere without Robin.
But is it like, are they fighting before they come? Because like Robin does want to go or doesn't want to go.
There's a lot of silent treatments happening in the car and pouting. A lot of pouting.
Gotcha.
It's been
Gotcha.
Awful.
Okay.
The whole round trip was just a nightmare. 11:03.
there. So that's why I was
So
frustrated.
it's a whole level of
Yeah, and I wish he would have gone the whole time. I wish he would have, the very beginning when he got the invitation, called Gwendolyn and said, hey, I'll be there.
Yeah,
And
I
then she
agree with
would have
this.
known from the very beginning that he would have been there. But we didn't know he was going to be there. And then we didn't know who's going to bring Robin. We just didn't know. And then suddenly day of, and it was like, okay, we have to reset the whole thing.
Also because the cameras were going to be there. Because I think Gwendolyn
Right.
at last minute had the cameras. So that all is just extra shitty.
And that's probably why they came, you mean? Like, they
Yeah,
heard
I
they're
think
gonna
the
come
cameras
and,
were
oh,
last minute.
we better
And so
go.
we gotta go. We look like an actual, active dad.
Mm.
It was like, stay last minute, that this is what he's going to do, and he's going to be there, and it just upsets everything. But anyway, David was like chill. He's like, it's going to be fine, girl. It's going to be
It's
good.
all good.
Girl.
Do you think it was fair for Christine to say you guys coming in at a layer of complication?
Yes.
I mean, it did.
Yeah.
It's fair.
That's the only thing Robin has ever admitted.
I'm sure she wants.
And you know what? It was kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Just
I
that.
actually have to give
all
her
right.
credit.
Yeah.
You know why? I have a feeling this is just bitch eating crackers, right? I have a feeling some of them have shown up to Ariola's vanilla milkshake, Weiser, chest all red Christine party. And so she's been there. And this is the only thing that she can relate to is
can
she
relate
doesn't
to it,
like
yeah.
when people just show up or they're late.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like
Or
that.
late. Yeah. Yeah. Gabe was probably late from work, his job.
Once. Yeah.
Once. And he doesn't respect our boundaries. 10:16.
I don't know how it goes in divorce though. Like you want them to stay away from everything.
Yeah, we know you. Yeah, we know you like.
sorry. you share kids, you share a life, whether you are doing it in a nice way or not so nice way. It's just how it
Oh,
is.
really?
You just Band-Aid off and you want it. It's just like, this is how it is, you know.
Unless you're Preston Jessup, right?
That's just how it goes, you know.
In
Just how it
divorce,
goes.
in polygamy, I've seen it a lot of times.
You just have to kind of like deal with the awkwardness of it. It just doesn't go away.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Decide to kind of get more comfortable with each other. So yeah.
And I feel like you guys were getting comfortable. Like, what did you think about David?
I thought he was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with him.
Yeah.
Cody didn't go red. I mean, Cody's already red. I mean, like, have you seen his complexion? He's just red.
Yeah, he's actually not red. We
He's
watched
like
him for 19
normal.
seasons. No, he's not usually red. So
Yeah, out of all the millions of people that watch that show, I don't think we've ever even seen a tweet being like, God, does anyone notice that Cody is always red?
like, it's not one thing about Cody. It's not.
Always red. Yeah.
But she's like, and oh, wait, here, I'm supposed to bring up the red thing. He wasn't red. They definitely had a little powwow before this.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw in this clip was Mary. Mary was there, and that was the first time she got to meet David. Tell me about that meeting.
With Mary, it's hard because Mary and I don't have a close relationship. I didn't know where she was at exactly. But it was more like, girl, it's so much better to be done with all of the lies and manipulation and being used and being ill-treated, all of the mind games and everything, just to be able to stand up on your own. It's hard to leave.
Yeah.
It's hard to know that you have to leave.
Yes.
In that clip, you were very unsure. You just didn't know. You were like, I don't even know how to even access that.
Yeah, I think Christine was being really cool, and I think she was trying to cheer me on.
Yeah.
Did you appreciate that?
I appreciated it, but I also didn't fully.
She wasn't ready for
There's
it.
not trust between me and Christine to really accept.
That's fair.
Yeah,
There's
fair.
be a time where you guys can all sit together and be like, okay.
I don't know.
I think they are there now,
I think it
actually.
would be cool, but I think it would take a lot, and it would really be sad if it would take the fact that we all left to be able to do that.
Coming up.
It's fair too. Okay, we're at 8:03. Oops. Okay.
I knew Christine had a boyfriend because she introduced him to me. And David's great.
And because you saw on
He's
social
probably a
media.
decent person.
Right.
I just don't know anything other than.
Do you want to know something about them? Do you want to have a relationship with them? Could you see yourself possibly go out on a double date in a couple of years?
If Christine, well,
and get to know each other?
I think
this is bizarre.
It's so funny just because everyone in this room knows that Christine is currently suing him and no one can mention that. So you think you guys go on a double date? Yeah, all for
It'd be
you.
fun.
Yeah. That's
You could
friends, right?
split. You could split it.
I'll get there.
know?
Yeah.
no. I think personally, I think I'm very forgiving.
For
I think
sure.
I'm
Totally. No grudges.
I've had conversations with David since that just was kind of like enjoyed his company.
Okay.
And
That was probably like hi, hey.
When? The funeral? Hey, nice to
I was going to say exchange pleasantries and like a, how's it going?
Sorry
Oh,
for your
great.
loss. Yeah. Yeah. That was.
But
how's
Cody
truly-
does look at communications with other men like that as
Men.
friendships. Yeah.
They're best friends, actually. Now.
Best
Him and
friends.
Nathan.
I thought, David and I should go on a guy's trip together.
Insane.
And I went, no, it would just be so
It's a crazy thought to have too. Like I can't imagine being like I should
It's
go on a girl trip.
delusional.
It is. It's an insane thought to even cross your mind.
That he would think David would ever, not now, not then, not now, not ever, would take a trip with his wife's ex-husband.
Who not even just they left on good terms, but who openly, publicly humiliated and abused her for 20 plus years.
Ignores the child that David is now raising.
Being forced to
Cool.
raise.
Let's spend money on a trip.
Yeah.
I know. How about you send some
Just
child
the
support?
two of us.
Very cool.
I just thought, no, not at all. I mean, because I just thought that would absolutely not be fair in any way.
Right. But you did make a comment that David only made eye contact with Robin. Did you feel that maybe
Robin's very easy to talk to. I think.
Oh yeah.
nervous?
Real warm presence, that Robin.
Mm.
Real
I did want to point this out. I did take a picture of Cody's teeth. Grouchy says Cody's teeth are wooden. They don't look good.
No, the enamel is gone. I guess. is the
Yeah,
word.
that's like severely I wonder if well, we know he drinks like red wine, but I don't know, like dips or something. There's some serious.
Maybe dips. Just coffee, covfefe.
The lemon juice that all.
Oh, the lemon. Oh, for sure. No, people were making. That is a good point. He has a
Yeah.
Well, no, I think honestly, this is David wanted us to know that he was a family man, that he had grandchildren, that he was a cool dad. I felt like he was trying to prove to her that he was a stand-up guy, and I didn't know why specifically.
You know what? In a whole other world and universe, I thought it would be nice if, Cody and David could get along and just be buddies, eventually, kind of a thing.
Cody thinks the same thing.
I'm sure it'll happen. It's got to happen sometime.
Well, Cody actually mentioned going on a guy trip with David Pazza.
What do you think about that? You have a good
Guy
time.
trip, we could do that.
You have a good
There's a
time.
few rules that need to be changed.
Oh, I love that though. That's kind of a power move here.
Meaning,
I'll go on I think it's like you can't treat my wife like shit anymore. I think he's like establishing a that
but
he's an alpha.
new rules moving forward. Oh, okay, I thought he was saying like rules about the camping trip or the road.
No,
trip
I
or
think he's
whatever.
saying no. You're gonna have to really buck up, get your shit together when it comes to the woman that I love.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a power move that he didn't say, because I think Cody would have wanted David to be like, no, I would never do that. But David's like, yeah, sure, I don't care.
He's like nonplussed. He's like, yeah, whatever, sure, yeah.
You
That'd be something.
Yeah.
What are the rules?
That's between Cody and I.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I'd like to know what the rules are.
Yeah, she's like, I want to know though.
I told to keep my woman's name out of his mouth, so I don't think we're gonna have any problems anymore.
Especially Cody and me.
I told him I've been doing drywall since Sadie, and I own my own business.
6:05.
It felt like, when you were talking, Cody mentioned that you were just looking at Robin. Were you just looking at Robin, or were you just kind of trying to connect?
Anybody knows me, I'm a people person. I was trying to make a conversation. I've never met him before, so.
Did it feel like trial by fire in some way? Like,
It just needed to get it done.
Yeah.
I was just excited also to have it done.
Yeah.
I need to meet. David's going to be in my life for the rest of my life. Cody's in my life for the rest of my life. So it's like they just needed to meet. Everybody needed to meet. And I was excited to just get that done with.
Well, would you ever consider going on a double date in the future?
In the future, yes. Right now, no. But in the future, yes. Honestly, I'd have to talk a lot about it beforehand and just be like, I'd be a mess before. I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this. And Dave would be like, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. I'm here. I got you. I have a lot of nervousness about that. I mean, a lot of nervousness about being around them right now.
Nervousness over what is that nervousness from?
Because who he thinks I am isn't me.
Mm-hmm.
When he says that I smack talk, like I talk bad about him behind his back, and I never wanted to live polygamy, and I was this way with Robin, and he says all these things about me that aren't true. He doesn't know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to go into a room and be like, look, I was married to you for 26 years. You should know who I am. But he doesn't know. He keeps on saying things that I hear, and I don't like what he says about me. I haven't liked what he has said about me for years. So do I want to be around that? No, I don't.
Is that because possibly you were trying to be a different person in the relationship than what maybe Cody wanted?
No, it's because I gave it.
No, Christine did nothing but try to conform to exactly what Cody wanted.
Yeah.
And we watched for that many seasons. All she did was try to be more like Robin. Forgive Robin, take Robin out for lunch and apologize to Robin. When she says I gave it my all, she is being real.
Oh, I believe her. Yeah. Totally.
We watched it.
Yes. Yeah, she wanted to avoid conflict, avoid fights with him, and make it work.
Everything that I was, everything that I did was for the family.
Yeah.
Whatever he needed, I did. Because when I do anything, I am all in. And for him to dissect that and say it was anything less for me.
I mean, I have a good relationship with Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And I still am not talking with Christine.
And she just sued me a couple weeks ago.
Are we going to fix that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We all certainly hope so.
Yeah.
She wants to fix it. She sat here on the couch. She literally sat here on the couch. Remember the conversation that you had? And you said you'd love to take David out on a guy's weekend.
Ew, his teeth look bad here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Put up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look how excited, how genuinely joyful he got at the concept of another man.
Because he
Wanting to
doesn't
hang
have friends. He doesn't actually have friends.
Like I could feel his heart just like jump. Really?
Yeah, like I do think Cody he craves that like attention from people. And he just doesn't have friends because people aren't drawn to him, but he's drawn to people. He's like Areola. Remember when Areola was
Yeah,
stalking
I'm more on the
kids
side
on
of feeling bad
playground?
for that kid at this point. That girl has no prayer.
Oh no.
Oh.
But you can also read the room at that age. I was reading the room at 9.
Well, the way that I learned to read a room is that I would embarrass myself and I would be embarrassed and then I wouldn't do that thing again.
Yeah, but she's not. She thinks it's cute.
Yeah. It's encouraged.
I promise
3:33.
you, she's with that teacher during that teacher's lunch hour. I'm telling you, I just know it's true.
Well, I think I have a feel. I mean, when we looked at that picture that you can find online if you search for it of Ariela's class, it's pretty clear that like there's like a person that's assigned to just her. Because in the class photo, it's all the kids in her class, and then there's Areola.
It seems very likely. It seems very likely
that there's like,
or that like the aide that's already in the classroom also assists.
Make sure you,
well, which is fine. Which is fine.
Sure.
I just have a
little.
little. Areola pointed at Christine's chest and said, "Why are you so red?" I'm just throwing that out there.
Have dates.
I never would have done that at age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Till now, I would never do that.
I mean, yeah, man. And when she goes into that ice cream shop when they're in Cody, Wyoming, and she like zeroes in on that little
she was
girl.
about to check that chick.
I was seeing stuff. People talk about that on TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, so other people knows that too."
Oh, she checked. She's like, "I'm the little girl in here. Move."
Yeah, like that
I'm
little
the
girl
charming
was, like, shaking in her boots. 3:31.
Double date in the future. She was open to it.
You know, we just haven't healed that much.
Have you seen each other that much to heal?
They don't need to. They shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Alexander in the comments saying the same thing.
Yeah. Why is Suki pushing this? The wives were emotionally and financially abused by Cody. He continues to try to manipulate them. Cody and Robin are not worthy of friendship. Agree. I think it is. I agree with you, Alexander. Why is she pushing this? Or is she just trying to get content and this is a way to get him to keep talking?
I think so, because again, I don't think you have to be friends with your exes. If you are, that is amazing.
That's great.
I tried to be too, but sometimes you cannot be friendly with someone who is not
and I
being
think
friendly
in some cases,
to you.
It's better if you are no contact. And certainly for people like Cody and Robin, no contact just has to be the way to do it.
Oh yeah, because that
healthy option.
It eats at you. The shit that exes like Cody do, it affects your day, your week, your month, whatever, everything you do. So yeah, no, there should be no contact. There's no reason for it, except Christine, who's got to deal with the truly shit.
Yeah, it is the situation, but in this particular situation, I don't think Cody and Robin are too diabolical to even. You can't give them an inch. You can't.
No.
3:16.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Personal reasons.
She's suing me.
Maybe not having the first date.
Personal reasons.
Having a double date.
Oh
no.
God.
No, Christine's very undermining.
Undermining.
No, it's just that she's smarter than you. That's what it is.
Where she's at.
He's trying to not mention the lawsuit.
I counted this. This is 20 seconds.
Oh, this is that part. And Suki's just gonna let it ride out. Yeah, I can sit here just as long as
we're
you
playing this, by the way. This is still playing.
Yeah.
What is this?
There's a hair on me.
Oh. I don't know if it was an action of discarding.
I mean, this is ballsy too.
There was a hair on me.
But like she stared him down and then pushed it further. What was that you just did there? Well, you did this? Did this
Put a
thing
hair on me.
Had a hair on me.
Yeah, a child. Baby. That's your man, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
That's your man. Mm.
You said she has a way of undermining it. That's your intrepidation.
He's like trying to figure out what that word means.
Yeah.
Phone
a friend.
I'm trying to.
He's just staring. Then he does a weird expression. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Right. And... Okay, I'm going to throw it right there. Okay. I almost think if we can pause it, I almost like.
Did you? Oh, I sorry, I paused it. But we are.
Did he have a mini seizure? I'm like, I don't think like
he does his one face. He looks a little junker chin.
Like there, he was like grinning, like he's like, and then he goes, his mouth parted, and he goes like, it was almost like a, oh.
He short circuited for a second.
So weird, scary, creepy. People are saying in the comments, it really is.
Yeah. Trying to understand.
Yeah, one eye like moves up like this.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to say right now.
Because he can't mention the lawsuit. That's so funny.
Are we going to do a stare down competition?
Yeah, you get it.
Because I'll stare back at you.
I'm just staring because there's nothing to say.
I mean, Suki, I got to give you a congrats there because that whole section there, my blood pressure would be like, I would have to leave the room and then go, holy shit.
It was a stare down. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You're going to leave
I would sleep for 12 hours after this interaction, but I'd be so proud of myself for not.
Cody Brown staring you in the eye like that.
Like I really would have shit myself, I guess would be like, wow, good for her. What's this?
Chilling.
She'll watch this next time on.
Next time on Sister Wives 1-on-1. Why is there so much distress over Coyote Pass?
We just haven't proven to each other.
Oh, so we're getting into financial.
So now it's like, well, who's going to have my back?
Jill asks me about the property all the time, but I don't trust her, so I don't give her any information.
He always seems to come out ahead financially on a deal. I think he really is kind of inherently selfish.
Yeah.
Think about each other. He puts your luggage on the luggage rack. That used to be a thing that Chrissy and I complained about. It's a metaphor for everything else in our relationship.
Are we really going to break down the fucking luggage rack?
The luggage rack. This is so stupid. I think appearance was super important to him. And it was.
Do you think Robin's going to say, yeah, I guess I never noticed, but yeah, he does always give me the luggage rack.
She always gets the luggage rack. That's why she's laughing. She's like, oh, I didn't know they did that.
They don't get the luggage rack? That's weird.
It's not just of himself, but of everybody. And I think he was so concerned about what other people thought of the outside.
Yeah.
That it just lost focus that it's really the inside.
I hope they find happiness because the constant comparison is going to spoil their lives.
Why
yeah.
Sitting there talking to her husband about her ex.
Rob and I are accused all the time.
Mary, you need to
stay out of it.
Stop being
I promise you. Look, I don't need to promise anything. We all know that once Mary gets a boyfriend, she will be talking about Cody nonstop.
You know what's funny is with
only
Cody.
Thing they talk about.
Yeah, because it's really a point of reference. I mean, I get it, but she's still. Cody buttered her up here. He buttered her up right before this.
Mary wants a relationship just so she can talk about Cody.
Oh, no.
How she was a victim and it was so hard.
BS.
What she was.
Internet BS. It's just crappy commentary on her.
I love that he's referencing internet BS because that's us. It's us. All of you guys too. It's all of us.
I think he really just needs to somehow justify all the reasons that Robin's so perfect.
Janelle is coming in for a kill here.
If I had some sort of guarantee and Cody was up for it.
Nobody has a guarantee. Nobody has a fucking guarantee. All right.
Yeah. Christine and Mary and Janelle, they didn't have a guarantee either, did they?
Well, they actually were moving along pretty fine without until you came on. Yeah. But we did it.
We did it. You guys did it. Ellie and Leon from The Friar did it. Check them out. Go and subscribe. And please just give us a little thumbs up 5-star review is a huge, huge help on wherever you listen to your podcast app. We're going to be here next Monday, noon Central, with the one and only Kara Berry from Everyone's Business But Mine. We love Kara.
By the way, there is no, after the tell-alls are over, that's it for the season.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So then we go back to like not the 3 hours, but we'll still be doing Hot Topics and Brown Town. Those Browns are all over social media doing their kooky stuff. So we'll still be back. Stay afterward, guys. This would be so helpful. You stay afterward and leave a comment in the actual comment section. And check out my other podcast, Pod in the City. We go live every Wednesday and Friday at noon Mountain Standard Time. Now that And Just Like That is back. We're deep in it. That's it. Love you guys. You guys are amazing.
I love you.
Walter, we're almost done, buddy. Yay! You did so good, Stinky. All right. Have a wonderful week,
I'll
guys.
play us out, Amanda.
Okay, great. We're all adults. Right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.